We're live.
Yay.
I will just tell people that we are live. We are live. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. Now it went through. You have reached your daily limit for this action? What are you talking about? I haven't tweeted all freaking day. Tweeted like twice.
Couldn't even open the page.
Bro, this guy can't even he can't even function a website. Come on.
Yeah, it told me I had too many requests to, or what, I couldn't even like load the website earlier.
Yeah, this guy needs to get with the program. Stop making cars that blow up. Speaking of cars blowing up, we got Cruis'n Blast on the screen again. What a great looking game on the original Switch. So here we go. We got Weston in the live chat. We got Iceman in the live chat. What's going on, Iceman?
What's up, guys?
What up?
Hello.
Can you please post in the Discord?
I did. I got it.
What I don't like about this mixer, Anthony, is if the power cord, my power cord is still wrapped up.
Yeah.
If it gets anywhere near the microphone wire, you hear static as you're talking. But if you move it away,
like interference.
Yeah, but if you move it away, you don't hear anything. So
Yeah.
I just had to do that.
Some can be touchy like that. The wires. Even if they're new wires, it's just the way it's like, yeah.
Yeah, this thing sucks. Whatever, we'll get through it.
Studio stuff is annoying. It's very annoying.
Well, I'll tell you what, brother. I can't wait till you get one of these. This week, I want to see a video. You throw that old piece of shit soundboard and that cloud lifter out the fucking window. Sell that to some rock and roll guy. Be like, hey, man, you're going to make music? Yeah, man. Get rid of it.
I'm just getting my career started at 68 years old.
No, I'll probably.
Don't they
I'll
all?
probably keep it. I'll probably keep it for multi-channel because the caster that you have, I think, is just 1 or 2 channels.
I got 2 channels for here.
Right.
Eventually, when we do this studio thing, I'm going to get the one with the 4.
Yeah.
Because the one with the 4 was $700 on sale. And I was like, oh, I'll just get the 4. She actually ordered the 4. And I was like, you know what? Cancel the 4. Look at the 2. Because no one, I'm not going to have people in here. So what's the point?
Yeah.
And you got to think too. When you buy one that has 4, I got to get 4 microphones.
I know.
They're $350 a pop.
Yeah.
So let's just not do that right now.
I only have 2 Shores. So it's like I said, that's it. So I'd have to either, you don't have to get the same mic all around, but a lot of people like
what
to
I
do
would
that.
say for you, if you're doing stuff in your area, if you could get the 4 for cheaper, like $500, just get the 4. But if you can't, just get the 2 for your studio.
Right. I already have this one that does 4.
Right.
So if I did need it, that's why I would hang on to it as well. You know, I would just build an arsenal of equipment. It's like anything else. It's like getting shit for like a guitar. You want a pedal, then you want this, then you want that. It's like you're putting everything, you know, it's like your little arsenal of stuff, you know.
Is this game coming to Xbox? No. Not a chance in hell, baby. This is Nintendo only.
Yep.
Yeah, this is this will definitely be hopefully coming back around on the Switch 2.
I hope we get another one of these.
Crazy that we can finally talk about it, right?
Thank God I don't have to refresh.
Milfman, what's up, man?
What's up? Even though we're going to be waiting until April 2nd, not 1st, 2nd.
Well, that was 2nd. By design. They don't want people thinking it's fake.
No, I know. They want to. But again, why not late March? Why not, you know, sooner? But we waited this long. We might as well. We already kind of know what to expect with the specs if the speculation sheets are like real. It seems to just be.
If and a hero,
we're going to get into that.
I will know in 4 days if I get selected to test play it early. So I'll let you guys know.
Ooh.
I applied for it, so we'll see.
You better sneak a camera in there.
The one time they did
let me film it.
Better stick a fucking camera in there.
The one thing that I notice with some of those like test stuff is sometimes they don't like people that are Nintendo fans signing up. You have to make it seem like you're not an actual
with this,
fan. You're
you
more
have
of
to
like
have a Nintendo account.
Oh,
so
you
they
do?
know- yeah, there's
Oh,
like only
shit.
people that have a
Okay.
Nintendo. Yeah,
Because I know sometimes they want to get more like casual people in, and you could still maybe act that way, but then it's like, it's just a different kind of test group. But yeah, that would be interesting. I would imagine they wouldn't let people film, but like, what are you gonna do? Take people's phones? Like they might though.
camera
Some
glasses.
That's true. But they might look at that shit and be like, no, 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 look out for it kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's going to be hard to keep it. I mean, it's not going to be a secret for long. When does it take place?
It's after the April event. I think.
Oh, yeah. They'll probably let you record it, I feel
Yeah,
like.
so we're all gonna know what it
If
does
it was
and-
like in February or March, I would say maybe not. Because they're probably already really mad that it kind of got like out of the bag so early.
yeah.
RWK, what's up? We just got a goal that's been created. We have 1 hour for 10 $1.99 super chats. If we hit 10 $1.99 super chats, Fred will do something crazy. Why are you wearing a life preserver, Fred?
It's my jacket. It's cold as hell in this basement.
Why are you not wearing a life preserver? Dork thinks he's going to drown.
That's
In
why I
case
said it.
floods.
Because of Back to the
Exactly.
Future.
Yeah.
Bro, you
Back to
look
the
like,
Future.
Fred, you look like Strickland's like great grandson. That guy's still alive too. That guy's like 90.
He does conventions.
It's
I
like
was
98.
Wow. Yeah. He does conventions. I was just like, good for him, man.
He just took a picture of Michael J. Fox like a week ago.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
in the
he does-
He-Man movie.
Michael J. Fox does conventions, just not around here. He's probably done some, but like more like
Yeah, he doesn't like you. He told everyone, "I'm not doing Jersey." That guy Anthony
Yeah.
was there.
I'm not
Oh,
doing
boy.
I'm not doing Goodnight New Jersey. Not today.
Those Luzzies live there. Fuck that. I ain't going.
Said fuck him.
Oh,
He's
Brian,
90.
what's up?
Yeah, he's 93. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Still doing the convention circuit. But a lot of people do when they're older because it's just, it's easy money. Shatner's still scooting around on his little electric scooter making $135 an autograph.
Iceman, this is
whatever,
called
100.
Cruisin' Blast. It's only on the Switch. This game was $20 on sale. Very good game.
Oh, yeah. I've seen it physical for really cheap. You can get it all over.
We'll get into
Well-
physical later. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, let's, we saw the Switch 2 finally. They, just shadow dropped a upload, which is very much Nintendo. No event date, no nothing. And I think that was probably just because they
We finally
Let's do-
saw the Switch 2.
It was
And
like
now-
8 o'clock in the morning. They just were like, "Here, shut up."
God. Yeah, just very anti-climactic. No actual like build up. It's just out. And I understand they were probably mad because of the leaks anyway, so they're just like here. But it's just like, guys.
Hey, you
When
know
I
what?
saw it-
You know what? They can get mad at the leaks all they want, but guess what? I'm tired of playing their game. Nintendo's game is being stupid, okay? We will do this, we will do that. No, screw that, okay? We've had enough.
True.
RWK with a $1.99 super chat. The
Oh,
first
thank you.
goal of 10. What's the unannounced Xbox game tomorrow? I don't know.
Ninja Gaiden.
Final Fantasy. That's
I'll
what
say
people
Final
think.
Fantasy.
Yeah, me and Perry will be live with that 12:30
It's
tomorrow.
Resident Evil 9 exclusive to Xbox.
Yeah, people were saying that too. I'm just like, I don't think so.
Well, then you
Like,
better tell the chat room. Looks like you guys bought the wrong console.
Yeah.
Just to piss everybody
be
off.
like, well, this is why you own everything because you could just bounce where they decide to put it. But no, I don't think. I think Final Fantasy makes the most sense, but we'll see.
Yeah, because they're teasing. It's
I
gonna
want to
make
see Doom.
it's gonna
Genuinely
make-
want to see Doom.
it's gonna make everyone happy. So I'm assuming it's Final Fantasy, but you never know.
Yeah, it could just be a whole nother thing, and if that's the case, then maybe we will get surprised with something good.
Bayonetta
But,
3. Hey, you never know. Might be Bayonetta
Nope.
3. It's not really a long-standing franchise, but Bayonetta is almost 20. What was that,
Yeah, that came
2009? 2010?
think it was 2009,
Yeah,
maybe
I think
2010.
It was on the Xbox 360 originally.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be,
Oh no, Bayonetta
Like-
3, that's on Switch. What am I talking about?
Yeah, 3's on Switch.
Yeah, maybe 4. I don't know. I think didn't Nintendo get the rights to that game?
I believe so because
And Sega owns it, but Nintendo got the exclusivity rights.
Yeah.
right.
'cause
In
it was
that
on
case, you'll
Wii
just
U
see
and-
another one on Switch too.
Hey, if Bayonetta 3 did come to Xbox, that would be really cool because then you could play the game the way that you should be playing it.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if we might get some enhancements from some of the older Switch stuff on the new one. That's something that I think April 2nd will really be.
Yeah,
like,
that's
how-
going to be
how
the
do
selling
we-
day.
Yeah, the detail, which again, we knew they were kind of going to go this route. We know how Nintendo works. So this was just to kind of get everybody to feast their eyes on something and then let the event on April 2nd do the rest of the talking and selling. But I liked what I saw. I mean, look, it was everything that the leaks kind of reported. I do think it's interesting that, the way that the Joy-Cons attach will be a terrible, damage rate, I'm sure, from kids that just don't know how to attach them. But we'll see.
Yeah, so you
the
got
rails are pretty
what
bad.
Anthony's talking about is in between the rails. There's like a little chunky like PCB sticking out, and even I had this thought. We talked about this, me and Frank. It looks like you can just break off that little PCB part. So we don't know how deep it is in the rails, but from the video they showed, it looks like it's sticking out. So I don't know.
Yeah, and they try to make it like snap in how it like,
Yeah, it's magnetic, so it's just
magnetic.
which is funny because now it sounds like the Switch noise sounds like someone is slapping their ass cheeks or something, like really hard.
I mean,
It always sounded funny, the little snap, like
Yeah.
But you're like, okay, whatever. No, this sounds like bam, someone's getting smacked in the ass really hard. I'm like, holy shit, Nintendo's going all out.
yeah, they're laying the smackdown on the fans. They're bigger Joy-Cons.
Maybe they're smacking Phil Spencer's cheeks.
They tried to zoom in on the actual like analog stick itself, which is trying to show like, hey, no Joy-Con drift kind of stuff. So we'll see how long that lasts if we get a controller and there's no wear in that time and we don't see that happen. That'll be great. I mean, I personally still like the Pro controllers.
We had to sit to use Holophect sticks. A lot of people are using those now, like 8-Bit Do and all them, 8-Bit Do, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
A lot of these new handhelds are definitely using them. So I think the Steam Deck even uses them.
So you think they're just going to use the same?
I think actually the Lenovo Legion Go, I think, use Holophect. Yeah, they have to use Holophect. Like that's the way to
Yeah.
go. If they don't want to, but then against Nintendo, they want you to throw away your Joy-Cons. They want you to buy new $80 pairs with
$80.
Joy-Cons.
They're going to keep it $80. They have to.
Oh
can even
no,
get
they
away
might
with
make them
100.
90 because they're a little bit bigger now. You never know.
Yeah. Yep.
But we'll find out. We'll see what's going on with
And you're
that.
going to have some customers that like might buy the wrong Joy-Cons at places.
Oh no, you know why? Because they inverted the colors, so you can't make that mistake.
They made it all black.
All black
They-
with red and
yeah.
blue highlights.
Which
so
I
you
don't
know
mind.
that doesn't go to the Switch.
Yeah, I don't mind,
I don't
I actually kind of like that. Like the red and blue is cool, but you want to have more of like an identity color scheme for the Switch too, and I think that kind of works.
Yeah, they just merged the two separate colors into one.
And I'm happy it's called Switch 2. Nintendo's never had a 2 after their console name, so this is interesting, but
Right.
it makes the most sense with where they're at and not.
That
to
was the
confuse your market.
criticism for the Wii U. They didn't call it Wii 2
Yeah,
because that, again, like you said, it differentiates. It's going to make things a little bit easier for me. People are still going to be stupid. They're like, oh, the Switch 2
Yeah.
games work in the Switch 1. What's the difference between the Switch? What's the Switch Lite? What's this? They had to stop with this stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They've been doing it since Game Boy. Dude, a Game
I
Boy
still have
Color game
people
works in
asking me,
Game Boy?
oh, do 2DS games work in the 3DS? It's like there are no 2DS games.
Yeah.
Oh, well, why do they have a 2DS? It reads 3DS games. Well, why does the 2DS read 3DS? Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah, it
To
really
have to
does
explain to
confuse a lot of people when the old console is still lingering.
This is why I
on
don't
the
like
market.
Nintendo, because they think this stuff is cute, and it's like, yeah, it's cute to you Japanese men in an office, but it's not cute to fucking Billy Joe Bob down the fucking street who's a hillbilly that doesn't know the fucking difference.
No consideration.
Like, they seriously need to come over here for like a month, and they need to work in my store, and Nintendo will be like, oh my god, we made a huge mistake. Like, they'll get it.
They will.
Their minds will be blown, but they'll get it. They'll be like, wow, we were this naive in the office, huh?
If they came here for a week, they would be like, put a 5090 in it, charge $1,000.
Yeah.
Quick.
That's wild. I mean, they don't really have. This is, again, we're gonna see more on April 2nd, but yeah, I think that as long as we already know the backwards compatibility is there, maybe they'll, showcase again if there is going to be, something in the future with how they're going to maybe price drop the Switch permanently, so that doesn't stick around. Like, I know it's going to stick around.
No, they'll keep it because this one will be between $399 and $499. The current one is what, $329, $299,
something like that.
$349. They're gonna keep the original Switch going at that price, guaranteed. They're not gonna drop that price.
Yeah, they want to make as much as possible,
and especially with this backwards compatibility. There's a couple of games, and Resident Evil's one of them, that has some backwards compatibility issues. So most notably, they've removed. Where is this stupid thing? You see these Joy-Cons here? This one has the IR sensor over here, IR blaster, whatever you want to call it. You need this for Ring Fit, apparently. This will not be on the Switch 2. They removed this.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So Ring Fit will no longer work on your Switch 2. So you had to keep your Switch 1. So they just screwed their customers over there at that point, if you want Ring Fit. But Resident Evil Revelations 2, or was it the first one, Frank?
I think it's the first one.
The
reloading.
You can do reloading with the motion
Mm.
with this camera. So the game will still work, but you won't be able to use that function. So again, Resident Evil collectors are going to hang on to their original thing. You already got that audience.
Yeah,
that's going to not trade this in now because of that.
That's true.
Hockey fan, what's up?
What's up? I think, they'll probably be putting them out. I think with some of these like updates that we'll talk about with the Series S and X, the ESRB website. I think we'll see Switch 2 listings of those games eventually.
Right.
So I think that's coming around the corner, along with natively being able to play the remakes, 7, 8, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Resident Evil 4 remake on this.
Yeah,
Resident Evil 2 remake I'll take on here.
I was going to say, that's day one for me. That's like immediately.
You put any Resident Evil remake games on the Switch 2, I'm there. Because those are games.
Yeah.
Those are great games.
Yeah, just to have them.
Mario Kart to RE4 remake.
Oh yeah, like that's amazing. That brings me back to the GameCube. It's like, all right, I can play my.
But the fact that if these games run even at 30, I'll kind of accept it because those games are good. However, if they can run those games at 1080 60, okay, on the Switch 2, you're gonna eliminate a lot of people. Like I have the Lenovo Legion Go. You can play those games at 1080 60, 1440 60, no problem.
Yeah.
But if you could just pick up a Nintendo, pop the game in, or just download your game or whatever, and you're done, play your game, it's fine. It's what people want. They don't have to go out and buy this huge, expensive thing.
That's true. Dude, imagine if they do the Origins collection like they're supposed to for Xbox, but they do it for Switch 2 and it runs in 60. Dude, that would be awesome on the Switch.
We'll talk about Resident Evil tonight as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, it lines up perfectly, like you said. Just have those awesome games on there, even if we have to take a cut with a little bit of frames. Like it'll be awesome just to have it on there.
Richard, what's up? Bryant, I'm gonna get to your comments in a minute, and Iceman, I'm gonna get to your comments in a minute too. He's sucker for any Resident Evil game. Says the Iceman.
I'm just excited to be talking about a new console. And
me too.
But we know that they're making plenty. They tried to put that out immediately, saying they've been well manufactured for the last 2 years, right? So
Yes.
at this point, it's they're ready to go, and they were scared last year. They didn't want to cut into the Switch stuff, but now it's just time to move on. And the people that want to stay there and they don't want to spend the money right away, that's fine. They're gonna eventually get it anyway. Even people that say, I'll wait. They'll see their friend get it, and they're gonna be like, nah, just take my money, because it's like it's the Switch too, man. Like it's gonna be a cool thing to jump into. Mario Kart looked awesome just from the footage. And you have 20
like the launch
right
games. That's gonna be like, hey, I gotta get
Yeah.
this day one. Like,
Was
day
that
one
really
purchase-
Mario Kart 9 though, or was that just a demo?
it could have been a demo, but maybe it was a tease, I think, right? Like
Could be.
we don't know.
Just to show you, hey, this machine plays games.
24 racers is wild online.
If that can do that, great. But I'm still questioning whether that was an actual game or not.
they're just trying to get you a little bit see, it's smooth. It ran smooth. I mean, that shit looked like it ran very
I think that
smooth.
was them putting a demo reel together to engage the to get the
Make it look
engagement.
enticing.
And they've
Yeah.
done that.
Well, they
before.
purposely made Donkey. I guarantee they made Donkey Kong look like that. Richard, what's up in the chat? What's going on, man? They purposely made Donkey Kong look like that so the internet would talk about Mario Kart 9.
Yeah.
That's
You know
true.
what I mean?
They know
This
what
way
they're
they
doing.
could gauge the interest and be like, okay,
Yeah.
they want Mario Kart 9 at launch, or they want Mario Kart 9 to begin with.
Now you guys had your Metroid pre-orders canceled. Do you think they're gonna just put that out?
That's got to be a
one?
launch title day one.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because
That
why
would be
are you
sick.
canceling it? And by the way, just remember something. Amazon canceled it, but there has been no official press release from Nintendo about this.
Only
Right.
fans saying, "Yo, what the hell happened?"
Right.
Yeah.
I'm confused about something though. So I've heard too, like for Pokemon, there's 2 versions for the old Switch and the new Switch. So are they gonna try this with Metroid, where one's just ass? And then
I
they
don't
have,
think
like, a
so,
Right.
because why would you cancel? If they were doing that, they wouldn't have canceled the pre-orders.
right? It would make
Yeah,
sense.
they might
but-
make that an
Metroid?
exclusive.
The last time we saw Metroid, it looked like it was on new hardware.
But do you remember?
We
Breath
said
of
there
the
was no way
Wild-
that was running on a Switch.
with Breath of the Wild, they were like, we can't make the fans mad, so we're gonna put it on Wii U, running like trash.
No, that's
and then-
bullshit. I don't know where you heard that from. Throw that shit
I
out the
mean,
window.
They did that. It's the truth.
Yeah,
It's
they
on
did
Wii
that
U and
because
Switch.
they promised it for the Wii U, and then they turned
Right.
around and made the Switch, and they were like, "Well, we can't go back on our promise, even though we
Right.
fucked everybody that bought a Wii U."
Oh
Do you think they might put
That's
out a
why they
gimped
did it.
version later? Do you think they might wait a couple
Nah.
months and be
No.
like, "It's coming out"?
No, this is an Xbox. Will they do that? Okay,
I think you're right. It's only.
this is Nintendo.
Because when we saw that, we knew that wasn't.
Hey
the
guys,
Switch
want
anymore.
Wukong like 5 years later? You want Final Fantasy 10 years after it came out? Oh yes, if it's on Game Pass, because I don't want to pay any money. Oh no, you got to pay money. Oh no, I don't want it then. Not Xbox. This is Nintendo. They canceled that game for a reason.
Yeah.
If they were putting on the Switch 1, why would they cancel the pre-orders for the Switch 1?
Well,
Wouldn't
and
they
there's no-
say, ha ha, he's going to keep it on the Switch 1. We're going to still release it on the Switch 2. And then you double dip.
There's no way it was running on Switch 1 when we saw it anyway.
No,
so-
they canceled it for the Switch 1. I guarantee they moved it to the Switch 2.
Yeah. It has to be, because you're right. Why would they cancel?
Well, it
after
would
all
be
these
nice
years?
They're
to
not
have
going to
an
cancel
exclusive,
it. They're not going to not take money.
It would be nice to have an exclusive that where it gives you a real reason to jump
Mental,
in
what's up?
to their next gen console immediately.
Speaking of Pony Boy, this poor guy. He wrote, folks, what's up, folks? I wonder if he saw the Discord today.
Oh
Probably.
no, definitely.
This game is fun, Iceman. Iceman, you got to get this game. You're not going to regret it.
This is the first episode of us talking.
Chrono,
about Switch
what's up?
2, Yes,
Yes.
Chrono is
This
here.
our first. This is us kind of
Where's that?
letting out our feelings about Switch 2 and how we think about it, all the reveals so far. I mean, again, April 2nd is going to be a deeper dive once we really get to see and dissect every little thing. But a lot of this has us excited. I mean, like I said, day one, I'm jumping in. And, people that don't have, back to that other point,
Exactly.
people that haven't gotten a Nintendo console
Pony.
in a while, let's just say, if they see a Switch 2 with Metroid attached to it, that's pretty. That would get people to jump in. Let's say maybe they didn't
That's
play
your
since the
game.
Wii.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
your game that gets you in. And by the way, they did that with Zelda Twilight Princess. It was on GameCube and Wii when the Wii launched,
Yes,
but they needed
I do
something for the
remember
Wii. The Wii had nothing when it came out. Mario Galaxy didn't launch with the Wii. A lot of people think that. It did not. Mario Kart did not launch with the Wii. It was Twilight Princess, and it had the launch on there so people would buy this stupid thing.
What launched
Nintendo
with the
didn't
Switch
know that
again?
people were going to buy it just for Wii Sports. So they made sure they had a Zelda game out there. What?
Breath of the Wild launched with the Switch.
That did.
If
I
you
was
ask
asking what
with the
launched.
Switch.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
but that
no,
was the premiere game.
Mario Galaxy didn't come out for like a year after the Wii, and I think
I
Odyssey
know.
was like a year later too. It was, or a while later. Like they don't usually launch with a
Yeah.
big game like that, which sucks. But I hope this time is
Yeah.
different.
They try to keep ammunition in the can. They're like, all right, we're gonna, strategically not put everything out right away. And maybe with this, they could be like, all right, let's put Metroid out, and then Mario will come like 5 months later, 6 months later, or something like that. Like
2 to
Now,
3
if
years
they-
later.
If they have the
I didn't say 2 to 3 years.
No, not you. Chrono did. That's
Oh.
off because when I bought the Wii,
Oh.
I rented Mario Galaxy. So that had to have been like 07.
it came out in 2007. I know for a fact. Let me look it up. I'm
Because I
almost
rented Umbrella Chronicles and Mario
it was 07.
Galaxy.
Yeah, November 1st, 2007. I knew it was like a year later.
Yeah, that was when I got the Wii because nobody could find these stupid things. I went
They were
to
sold out clean.
I went to Best Buy and I used my discount. Trying to remember correctly here. When was I out of Best Buy? Was it that year? I don't even remember.
Weren't you picking up like a phone cord and then you're like,
I was
"Uh-oh,
picking up a
it's
phone
here."
cord, and we had to go to customer service to use my discount, and that's where I saw them bringing them out. Like employees were just walking out of the back with them, and I was like, "Are they in stock?" And the girl was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'll get one." I put it on my mom's card. I didn't tell her.
You went for a cord and you left with
She
a
gave me
Wii.
her card. She goes, "Get the cord," right? So I go down to Hartsdale, and I see the Switch as the Wii's go by. And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take one of those."
That's my
hilarious.
Christmas present to myself.
No. So what I said was, "Oh, I'm just gonna play it and then I'm gonna sell it, right?" Because I felt bad, like I shouldn't have done that. And then she came in the room like the next day and was like, "Yeah, I didn't buy you anything for Christmas, so just keep it."
There you go.
So I still have it.
Yeah, that's cool.
I didn't care. I
Yeah.
wanted to play that thing. I was like,
Yeah.
I went
I
there
didn't
for
get
a
one
fucking
until-
$6 phone cord, and I walk out of there with a $306 bill or whatever.
Yeah.
hilarious.
I didn't get my own like Wii console until 2013, 2014, and Perry hacked it, and then it's I still have it. I never got one during the peak 360 days, and everyone. It was always my friends that had it, and then once we hacked it, obviously I was like, all right, cool. Put the RE games on there, House of the Dead, all that stuff, and it's awesome. It's a great machine. I just I couldn't find it, never bought it, knew it was in
Wii
high
U.
demand. And then the Wii U, I didn't even play, and then I didn't even buy. And then I came back in with the Switch. That was really like my re-entry into like getting a Nintendo console, like kind of right from launch or around launch.
You
So
and 90 million other people, literally.
yeah,
Those crickets were for the Wii U.
Yeah.
yes.
I'm
Moment of
glad it
silence for
won.
the one that, and that's the thing too. I'm happy that this won't.
I'll have my real life crickets.
No one cares about the Wii U.
The Wii U's a blip in time.
Most of the games got ported anyway. There's only a couple
Yeah.
left that didn't get ported.
The
Yep.
games got ported. Nobody cares about the Wii U.
We just need Wind Waker and Twilight Princess over, and that's it.
And I wrote it for Wii U.
I'm so happy Guitardo's gone.
He was ugly.
Who's Guitardo?
Don't worry about it.
Uh-oh.
We don't talk about that anymore.
He's gone, and that's the end of it.
That's the end of it.
Now they could, if they want to be cheap, they could launch with Metroid, which would be sweet. And then we've allegedly heard that people saw Breath of the Wild running at 60, so they could be like, "Oh, your games are going to be."
This was
boosted,
the
or you can
backstage closed backstage meeting room or whatever they showed this game run at 60,
right?
which is fine. That's great because
Now,
I haven't really. I tried to play it, and I thought Breath of the Wild was a pretty good game, but I couldn't finish it because I just couldn't get into it all the way. I put a couple hours in. Bro, that Tears of the Kingdom, that's some BS, okay? You need an engineering degree to play that game. It's stupid. That's not Zelda, okay? I don't care what anybody says. That's not Zelda. Zelda, you get the sword and you go save the princess from all the monsters. You don't go build things and dress like a chicken and dress like a duck and dress like a lady and fly around looking like Ellen DeGeneres and stuff like that. That's not Zelda. I don't care what you say. Can we be a man? Can we get a sword and a shield and go save the girl?
Remember, I played it at the shop, and you're like, "What the hell? Like, what are you wearing?" I was wearing.
Yeah,
like,
he was playing something. He was streaming it.
Yeah,
and he's dressing like a bird flying with a beak on his face. I'm like, this is not Zelda. This is anything but Zelda.
Yeah,
this is
Tears of the Kingdom is
some Japanese crap. They think it's funny, and it's like, what are you doing? You're ruining a franchise here. Make a different game with this stuff.
Of Switch games like sold.
The other, like, you know how you guys always play Resident Evil? I could always play like the other Zelda games. Tears of the Kingdom, I played once, I beat it, and I'm like, I'm good. That's it.
Yes, this game does have online play. I think 4 players online, Iceman.
I haven't really played.
I heard those crickets. I was like, what is that coming from my PC? Oh man.
The highest selling Switch game is, of course, Mario Kart, 64.27 million. That's
because at the time that was the only game that was out.
Yeah,
and they bundle it every
year.
And speaking of bundles, we're hearing that for $500, the Switch 2 will come with a Mario Kart 9 bundle.
Rainbow Road.
So we're looking. The rumored price is, I've seen $449. I've seen $349. Like I said, I'm saying between $399 and $499. So right at the beginning, the end, or in the middle, right around there, you're gonna pay for this thing.
Do you think that we're gonna pay for like updated Breath of the Wild, or they're just gonna let us like update it?
That's gonna be hard because they're gonna charge for the online. They said there's gonna be a price increase from the leaks.
Absolutely.
So
they should really update their stuff too, like big time.
There's a rumor that they're going to do a they're going to have like a network where you can talk to people like on their network though. Instead of using Discord, use this Nintendo network thing.
God.
Through the machine. Like their version of Xbox Live, but again, we have to wait and see. Like we don't know. I don't even know if they're sophisticated enough for this stuff at this point.
But if you're gonna have stuff like Call of Duty on your console again, like you should probably have something worked out where
Call of Duty has built-in chat. That's how like you can play with crossplay and still talk to people.
We're gonna find out because if they're gonna put like Anthony's right, if they put Call of Duty on there, there's got to be a way to chat with people.
Yeah, like I understand they want to be safe with kids and all that stuff, but it's like if you're playing a rated M game, I should be able to talk to people. You know what I mean? Like it's the parents' job to put this like locks on that console.
That's the thing. Nintendo wants
an adult. Like
Nintendo wants to protect everybody, but they got to understand that people got to protect themselves.
Yeah.
Carlos, what's
and
up?
like they'll just use Discord anyway. You have 10-year-olds jumping up and down in Discord now, so they're just gonna do that.
Xbox Party Chat sucks anyway. So
nice healing from your Carlos.
We're doing well. We have a goal.
Yeah.
We already got 1 super chat. We need 9 more for Fred to do something crazy tonight.
I'm ready.
Just saying. Go ahead, Ant.
Fred's turning into a fucking snowman in his basement. He's gonna have like icicles coming from his glasses by the end of it. Yeah, I mean it's. I think you have to kind of work that out, because I understand, like, the friend code might still be in place, but just have it to where I can just add your name.
Get rid of
like,
the friend code.
I
yeah.
fucking hate that front code.
Can we move on? Like, you could still have it, but also like just make it like you don't have to just add me through there.
Dreadpool, what's up?
What's up, Dread?
Yo.
Oh,
So yeah, just make it to where you can add people with their name. It doesn't have to be the code.
Yeah, it's just a pain in the butt, that front code.
Carlos, I asked you for the map.
I got to get that on the soundboard. We got to get Carlos the map from that movie. You know what we're talking about, Fred?
Which movie?
Oh my God. He doesn't even know. You ever see Freddy's Dead?
Freddy's Dead. Yeah, I've seen it.
Remember the guy in the van with the map?
I haven't seen the movie in a while.
He's never seen it. He's lying.
I have-
Carlos,
Yeah.
I asked you for the map.
The only good thing about the
Oh.
friend code is that you could change it in case you get whoa, or keep getting unwanted friend requests. Well, hopefully they could figure this out, because Nintendo can't.
Yeah.
They can run, but they can't hide forever.
They can run, but they can't hide.
Well, they have to get with the times. I mean, they're still not with the times after all these years.
Yeah, it's like you still just have to figure out your online
Oh,
stuff,
it's
because
literally, it's like they dropped LSD and acid in some sort of an 8-ball when the Wii came out, because they were going on the right path from the GameCube, and then they dropped that shit with the Wii, and they became like stupid.
they said, let's do GameCube graphics again on the Wii. Let's just keep it the same.
They just became dumb. They dropped the Wii and they became stupid.
They worried about the gimmicks with the Wii.
Well, they
More.
figured we dropped
And it
all
worked.
this. We literally made this is so the Wii. Everyone knows this is an interactive GameCube. It's literally the same thing.
Yeah.
So
They sold that
all they
console
did
off of
was
sports.
put motion controls in it. Originally, the motion controls were going to be an add-on for the GameCube. A lot of people don't know that, but they were like, let's just do this and make it its own console. And they made so much money from like spending no money on this machine. They were like, we're just going to do that from now on.
Yeah.
And it's
So
been
they literally-
successful because they are like the Disney of gaming, no doubt. But this is hindering them with the hardcore audience. And I know they don't care about the hardcores because no one does. It's all about the new fans. But at the end of the day, who's still buying this stuff? We are.
True.
A 5-year-old kid doesn't have money to go out and buy a Switch 2. We do. We.
That's why they just have to start putting out like that during the
We do
Wii
not have
U.
Wukong. We do not have Final Fantasy. We do not have this. We do not have that. We.
All right.
Oh
we need
shit.
themes on the Switch too.
Yeah, themes. Please just give us
And
themes.
I bet you so much the Mii's are gone. I
Oh,
think they're,
Axel,
like,
what's
done
up?
with that.
Axel's in the chat.
Yeah.
Just in
what's
time
up,
for
Axel?
Nintendo
Whoa.
talk. Frank Codes with a step back for the Wii U. I think the Wii U is a step back for the Wii U.
Oh my god. So during the
Wii
Wii U
I
era,
get
was a
Vietnam
jump.
flashbacks from the Wii U.
I
That was
always
a
say this.
step, that was a jump.
I got my ass kicked every week during the Wii U.
this is why
The Wii U was an embarrassment to Nintendo. Okay? And they didn't even realize it.
dude, them all I'm gonna say, I still remember when we talked about it, them losing third-party support, worst idea ever. That was one of the biggest, like, we don't give a fuck. We're gonna do what we want. And it's like, well, now you would like that third-party support, like your Dooms, like your Call of Duties, like everything else, because
This thing
If you
is
have a
built
console-
on third-party support. You realize that?
yeah, they built it up.
I mean, Super Nintendo was. Nintendo 64 was. The GameCube was.
Like you said, they must have just
The
dropped something
Wii,
heavy.
The Wii has so many shovelware titles. You could call
Oh,
third
yeah.
party, but let's face it, they were like, negative third party. They're horrible people just coming in and making any game on the Wii.
That's true.
Horrible.
We were there for
people.
that.
Horrible people.
You literally had this company say, "Oh, that thing's popular. Just make like a $5 game and put it on the Wii."
Dude, there's a game of everything on the Wii.
The Wii
Like
has everything. It's just it's crazy. Okay, you need third-party support. Doesn't matter who you are. I don't care who you are. Even Sony needs third-party support. What do you think is going to carry Sony another year? Right? They're third parties.
True. We don't even know what they're doing until they have an event, So
Nintendo thought they
Oh,
could
they're
cruise
dead,
on that
Anthony,
Wii
because they
game.
canceled a bunch of live service games nobody wanted in the first place. They're dead.
yeah, that is in the news.
Rolling my
We'll
eyes
talk
at
about
that one.
We'll talk about that. That's in the news.
They're dead, even though they have more games than Xbox still. Figure that one out. All these Xbox guys are nuts. They're going crazy.
Yeah,
Sony's dead.
it's-
They have no games. It's like, what are you talking about, bro? We don't even know it's January. What is their
Yeah, this
lineup?
is-
We don't even know. We're going to find out in a couple of weeks.
The first 2 to 3 months of the year is always.
They took a year
these-
off for something. And it wasn't no live service games, I'll tell you that.
No, and it wasn't Naughty Dog's new IP either. There's something else coming, and
It's
Yeah, the
something
first-
else.
this first couple of months we always figure out what these brands are doing. So Nintendo obviously coming in at the end.
Nintendo
So I
first
think-
party. Yes, I know that, Axel, but we're talking about the Wii U and how they failed.
It wasn't enough to save the Wii U. They just, even with all the first
Something
party
I
in the
will say
world,
though, it's
didn't do it.
impressive that they do not have one Madden game on here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But imagine if they did.
They will.
Sure, they will.
You already have MLB. That's a start. I know it runs.
You know,
bad, but
Madden-
it's on there.
The last Madden game was Madden 13 on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was over
Long
10 years
time.
ago.
Was NCAA out on the Wii U or no?
No, NCAA was gone by then. Or they had one more that year, whatever it was.
I think it was
Wii U had,
2012 or 13.
Wii U had
2013.
Madden,
All right,
FIFA.
no, I'm sorry. 2014 was the last NCAA.
Okay.
So NCAA just never made it to the Wii U.
I think, yeah, I think
It was
Wii
on the
only
Wii,
had
but it wasn't on the Wii
Madden.
U.
I think it only had
NCAA.
Madden and FIFA, and there were no baseball games that I could recall. I think it was it, just
Yeah.
Madden and FIFA.
And
Mass
yeah,
Effect 3 was on the
definitely
Wii U. Remember
it
that?
was.
Yeah.
And they were like, when are the rest coming out? And EA is like, yeah, if it sells well, but the other two, and it didn't.
Yeah.
They never
The-
did.
The whole console only sold like 30 million total, and it's 5 years. Like, that's nothing. That's
That's
crazy.
nothing. Yeah.
I
Because
know.
again, I understand like first party, they're great at that, but it didn't
The
even help
Wii
the Wii
U, listen, you can talk about it, and it, in retrospective, you can look at it with rose-colored glasses. But
It's
at
an
the end,
early Switch. Yeah.
but at the end of the day, the Wii U, it really was a piece of shit compared to the 360 that was out. I mean, come on.
No contest.
There was no contest. The Wii U was just, it was one of those things where Nintendo didn't get it. They just didn't get it. Now, they took everything that was wrong with the Wii U and they created this little guy. And they got it.
They got it. Yeah.
They got it down because I can use any controller I want, whether they make it or not. That was great. On the Wii U, you can't even use their controller for certain games. It's
That
insane.
was nuts. That was insane.
It was bad. I was on the toilet. What's this guy Axel saying?
That's a different Wii.
He was on the toilet playing Xbox. He
Yeah,
subscribed to Game Pass on his toilet.
I literally, like you said, I have flashbacks to that Wii U. Like, I can't believe they survived it.
On this show, okay? Because I know it's hard to believe that we've actually been here for over 10 years.
11 years almost.
It'll be
What do you mean almost? It's 12
it'll be
years.
It'll be
12
12.
years.
Yeah,
Holy
12
crap.
years. Yeah.
12.
Frank used to be a guest on this show. He wasn't even on this show, okay? He used to be a guest on this show.
We used to bring in guests every.
We
like,
used to
so
curse this
often.
guy out because he was like, I don't think the Wii U is going to be that bad. And we're like, are you kidding me? This thing's the worst console ever made.
I had hope until we bought
We took him
Mario
to the
Party.
woodshed, man. Like,
What was that? What year did that Mario Party? Like 2015, 2016? That's when I lost all hope, and I'm like, they're dead. It's over.
we were here for Mario Party, all right? We had a party here. It was my birthday party, I think.
Which I gotta tell you what year that was.
Dude, Mario
10.
Party got delivered. And I was like, great, we're all here. Let's go downstairs and play it. And we put the game in and it goes, okay, it requires 4 Wii remotes.
Yeah.
And we're all looking at each other. There's like 8 of us downstairs. We're like, yeah, let's play something else.
What did we end up
remote.
I
playing?
took the game upstairs and Frank was with me. I listed it right on eBay. It was in my house for about 20 minutes.
That was March 10th, 2015. So it's about to be 10 years ago.
Wow.
when
I took a
gave up
$5
those
hit on
numbers,
that
and
game. Somebody bought it.
2015.
It was 10 years ago. And that's when I
Wow.
realized that I was like, oh, Nintendo's dead, man. That's it.
Yeah,
It's
that was
over.
my
You
that was
needed
my
Wii
What if you
controllers.
bought the Wii U say you went to Walmart, you just bought a Wii U and you bought Mario Party.
You couldn't play it.
You
You
brought it
could
home
not.
to a kid and the kid was like, yes, I'm going to play it. And they go, oh, I can't play it. I need 4 controllers. You got to go back to the store and buy 4 Wii remotes?
Because they were still selling them new, right? All that.
Yeah, they
stuff,
they
so-
repackaged the Wii controllers as Wii U controllers.
right.
But it's like just they were tone deaf. They didn't get it.
I didn't understand why.
Ooh, the
That was
Wii
even a
controller.
thing at that
Ooh,
point.
you see how big my hands are? Gucci Mucci San, whatever the fuck your name is over there, designing these things. You see how big this man's hands are? Why do you think they made these things big on the Switch 2? Because they have a look at my hands.
They did. That is one thing I will give them. They did actually improve the size and again the analog sticks, like we were saying, which is good.
Matt, what's up?
You know
David
the
R, what's up?
3DS
Stevie Mac, what's
brother?
up?
The 3DS carried them through that Wii U. If they didn't have that, they wouldn't have made it. No
Yeah,
way.
man.
That
And
was
then they
all-
just made the ultimate like portable console.
Let me
for
tell you
them.
something, okay? Iwata, everyone will praise that guy. But with the Wii U, he failed big time.
Yep.
Okay? That was not a good one.
No.
Again, that was them not realizing that like the world was in a different spot. They thought that they were going to get this big boom like they did for the Wii, and everyone's going to around, all the grandmas and all them were going to go out and buy it. It's like that was a one-time thing, man. You ain't going to capture that audience again.
No.
They
You're
thought
not
the
gonna
name,
sell your-
the name would get people again.
Yeah.
It didn't do it.
It just confused people.
Dude, you sold 1 million Wiis to old folks' homes, folks.
Sports carried that
Bro,
thing.
they
I
didn't.
mean, look,
they
there was
didn't-
great
They
Nintendo
didn't
exclusives.
live to see the Wii U.
No. It-
What do you think was gonna happen, bro?
Well, and like you said, people bought it and just bought sports, or they came with sports. And
They
that was it.
bought they bought the console that came with the game, and then they bought Mario Kart.
Right, that was it.
Yeah, maybe a few Mario or Nintendo titles. Obviously, I'm not saying the Wii didn't sell them.
And
before
same thing
people
with
think,
the Wii.
"Oh,
With the
You
Wii
know.
U, Nintendo Land was a crappy pack in. Nobody wanted that game, and they started selling a little bit more when Mario Kart 8 came out on the Wii U. But again,
Barely.
you had people that didn't even know what it was. Target put a Wii in the ad with a Wii U tablet.
I remember that.
You can look
Let me
that
see
up.
if I
That's
can find
online.
it.
I had the ad, so I know that ad was real.
unbelievable."
Even Target didn't know what the hell it was.
Oh, I found it. Here it is. They had. It was for when.
You
Pikmin
want to
3
send
was
that to me?
coming
I'll
out.
post it right here,
Yeah.
right now.
That's so great.
For all the non-believers that don't believe that we were podcasting back then.
Now it's funny because Pikmin 3 I bought the day it came out on that console. All right, I just sent it to you.
Remember remember we were on the thing with Kmart and they were like scalping Pikmin 3,
Oh my
and we
God,
were
yeah,
like, because they were gonna, it was like Kmart hooking us up with the seller, and we're like,
yeah.
we were joking with the Kmart guy. We're like, if you give us that guy's info, we're just gonna curse him out. And they're like, we will call the police on you if you do that.
Yeah, no, the
We
guy
just-
got real serious. It's like it's Pikmin. Like,
we told the guy at Kmart, hey man, we're just joking, and we hung up the freaking thing.
they barely printed Pikmin.
Do you
3,
see that,
and
everyone? That's your
That's what it-
problem right there. That is your problem right there.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were doing.
When you put the original Wii in your ad with a Wii U tablet, that is your problem. And you're thinking, well, Target's stupid. Yeah, Target is stupid, but you know what? They're no stupider than the people that were out there at the time because no one knew what it was. People thought the Wii U was just a Wii with this tablet. And everyone was like, well, I have a Wii and I have an iPad. So I don't need this Wii U thing. No thanks. They didn't realize it was a whole new console. This is a real ad because I had the ad. I showed Frank, we laughed about it. And we talked about this 10 years ago or 12 years, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
This was 2013. So
We probably showed this picture in that podcast because at the time we just had voice with pictures on the screen.
There's another big problem with this ad too. They used to release their games on Sundays.
Yeah, that was
Why?
bad.
Why would you do that?
Because we
That
would go
was
there on
horrible.
Sunday for the game and they would be like, no, new releases are Tuesday. And we had to argue with the people working there. Like,
Every
it's in
single
your
time.
ad for today. No, it's in today's ad for Tuesday. It's like, it doesn't say that. It says for Sunday.
It's out.
And they were fighting with us because these stupid people, they want to get fired. They want to sell it early. It's like the computer's going to stop you from selling, you moron.
Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
That's what I'm saying. Like the Wii U, you guys, you think it's funny, but it's just not. Imagine if an Xbox game came out today and you went to the store and bought it. Like, nah, we can't sell it to you. No, but Phil Spencer said you could buy it today. Nah, Phil Spencer's fucking lying. You can't buy it today. Sorry.
That happened with Prototype. I remember, and it was with GameStop. The guy tried to tell me it wasn't out, and I was like, "It's fucking out. It literally says online it's out. There's people playing it." And I had to like leave and come back in like a couple of days, so he sold it. I was like, "What is this?" I was like, "It's out."
The weenie. This guy Chrono said he was going to call it the weenie.
What game? Remember, didn't that it happened to you and me? It happened to me with Tropical Freeze, and it happened to you at Target with another game where
It was
like, oh, it's out.
Wario for the Wii U. They wouldn't
Yeah.
sell it to me.
It's so dumb.
Or I went there and they said they didn't have it. The truck didn't come in yet. And I'm like, it's in today's ad. Oh yeah, the truck didn't come in. These guys are, when I went there for Titanfall, they told me they had none in the back. They're like, we don't have any. I was like, it's in today's ad. Yeah, no, we don't have any. We didn't get any. I walked to the front. There's a huge pallet full of Titanfall on there. Not two, it was one, the first one. A huge pallet. I took a copy. I went back to find the lady in the back. I couldn't find her. Just to show her, like, you idiot. You told me. She looked in the computer and everything. No, we don't have them. I go up there. There's 50 fucking copies on a pallet.
She just didn't want to be bothered.
Yeah, but she got the other guy, and the other guy used the computer too. I had two people tell me they didn't have it. And there's a huge pallet in the front of the store.
Didn't see that.
Stupid. Xbox One was a stupid name, though. Are we really doing this? I think Wii U was a worse name than Xbox One. At least people knew that the Xbox One was the next Xbox.
Yeah, Wii U
True.
was terrible.
Wii U, I mean, people thought it was the Wii with a tablet. I think the Xbox One sold more than the Wii U. I just have a funny hunch about that.
There were a couple good games on Wii U, but most of them were.
Chrono, would you have liked it to have been called the Xbox All-in-One? Because that's what it stands for.
Xbox 720?
Xbox 720 and the 180s.
They should have
the
called it
handheld.
720 for one reason, because it did run in 720p.
Yeah, it did.
Are we lying?
That would have been awesome.
Not wrong.
It was horrible.
Wii U is definitely worse. There you go.
Yeah. I think we can all admit that Wii U is terrible.
I really wish they would have just called it Xbox All-in-One. Because then people would say, that's such a stupid name. They should have just called it Xbox One. You know that people would have done that. They couldn't win with that one. People would not think it's the original Xbox. There's a huge difference there.
They were selling it.
Hey guys, the new Xbox is out. It's the original Xbox from like 5 years ago. Isn't that cool? Or no, I'm sorry. What, 10 years ago?
10 years ago at that time, yeah.
It's Xbox One squared.
12 years ago. Oh, they brought it back. It's the latest console. People knew. People were just being stupid. People were done with Xbox. Once the TV thing happened, they were finished. All in one isn't good. So I guess the Dell All-in-One that's out there right now that's not selling.
The Dell.
They should call the Xbox.
They call a lot of
Optic.
computers All-in-One to this day. Like you said, it's AIO. I'm watching you guys since you were the other channel, probably since 2013, even before that. Nice, Carlos. Maybe you should become a member. Microsoft is all about the OneNote, the OneDrive. Yeah. Microsoft needs to figure out what they're doing with everything. How's Teams doing? Oh, that's right. Teams is dead.
Yeah, it's an interesting time. The snapshot in time that a lot of these consoles bring you back to. You're like, wow,
Teams.
did we really report on that stuff like for that long? And felt like we were in prison with how long those consoles were around.
Dude, that was
that
hell.
era.
That was literal.
And then
hell.
we went right into this hell, which was like an extended version. It's like going back in when you violate your parole. You're like, God damn it, why am I going back in? I don't want to go back in.
Chrono, I think
And-
no matter what they would have named the Xbox, it was doomed because of the way they presented it.
Yeah.
You called it the Xbox Sexy. Okay? And nobody would have bought it because they saw that TV crap and the DRM. The DRM is what cemented it. Which is funny because PlayStation still has DRM. Nintendo, this guy has DRM. Don't turn this guy on for 7 days. On the 8th day, go to play any digital title. Guess what? It requires an internet connection to check in.
They're the worst culprit with that.
They got away with it. Xbox just told you like straight ahead, like, hey, this is, you're going to have to do a 24-hour check-in. They got lambasted for that, but these guys got away with it. Sony got away with it. But they weren't up front. That's the difference here. Those guys weren't up front. Microsoft was. And
That
because of that, the
solidified
whole
the
thing
whole
went out the
thing.
window.
That was it. After that, TV,
Mental's-
TV.
Mental's pouring some vodka, firing up the PlayStation. He's
Depressed me
depressed.
pouring some. Oh, man, don't drink. Hey, you didn't buy the Wii U, Mental. Teams,
did.
says Richard. Richard knows all about Teams. Richard, what would you give Teams? And then Sony did that. This is how you share games on PlayStation 4, which one people are. Yeah, that was it, man.
That was smart. They filmed it backstage. They're like, Here
That
you
was the blow. The death blow. That stupid commercial was the death blow.
go. Yep. And don't forget, the Xbox was $100 more, which was already a bad.
Yeah.
And they didn't
idea.
listen.
No.
They had time to take that Connect out, and they didn't do it. Had they listened to that, you would have had a chance. But they waited a year to take the Connect out of there, and it was too late.
Those were the good old days.
You just have to remember the Xbox for the original and the 360. Anything after that is bullshit. And everybody knows it.
They're going to retcon the two sequels, the Xbox One and the Xbox Series.
Yeah, they're gonna retcon and go.
Don't
back
worry,
to
the next one will be a PC with Steam on it. This way I could just buy my game cheaper on Steam. I don't even have to worry about the Microsoft Store. How is that going to help them? How is that going to help them? Can somebody answer that? How is that going to help them? Fred, you have the brand new Xbox PC.
Okay.
Gears of War E-Day is $49.99 on Steam, but it's $69.99 on the Xbox Store. When you log into your Xbox PC, which one are you going to buy?
Or buy the $49.99 one, the cheaper one, obviously.
Why? Don't you want it in your library?
No, I want.
Don't you want it for the handheld?
Well, the one I'm sticking.
Why would you buy the cheaper one, Fred?
Because it's less money. Why would I pay more money for the same game?
Oh, wow, yeah. So you're telling me that if they put Steam on the Xbox, you would rather buy cheaper games on Steam?
Yeah. I'm terrible. I'm done.
I don't know how the hell it's going to help Xbox.
They're already messing it up. Because didn't you see the thing I posted about Forza, where if you buy the car pack on Xbox, you have to pay full price, but if you have some of the cars on Steam, they discount it for you. But it literally in the Q&A, it's like, oh, you just have to pay full price on Xbox. Like they just don't care
Wow.
anymore. They're just done. They just like, how
Well,
do you
we've
do
known
that
that
to
for
the
a
people
while.
that bought your console?
My daughter just played through Halo 3 on the Xbox 360. She loves it. She's been on this kick of playing old consoles. Nice. That's a gamer right there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. That's
That's why you got to RGH the console. Mental.
I was
Yeah.
just playing mine earlier too.
I always like going back and keeping consoles around. So
Well, heck yeah.
What did Stevie Mac say? Oh, wow. I'm not reading that shit. You can't deal with the Sony fandom. I believe it's called the Pony-titus. Pony-itis.
Oh yeah, yes.
360 is the best. It was the best. I miss 360, says Wesson. I think we all do. I'm a PlayStation fanboy, says Cam May. There you go.
yeah, it's crazy to look back on this stuff, and it doesn't seem like it's that long ago, but then you're like, holy shit, that was 12 years
The
ago.
Xbox 360 was the best. The original Xbox was one of the best consoles ever made. Once they hit the Xbox One, I don't know what happened, man. You still had some good games on it. Like I played Killer Instinct today on my TV. Didn't need an Xbox anymore for that. That
They
game
got
was great.
down.
What?
They nailed down that streaming stuff, but that's about it.
Well, yeah, obviously. That's their future, obviously. They're going to do the streaming thing. I played some Alan Wake, says Mental, on my 360 the other day. I'm so impressed with what the 360 can do with such limited hardware. Well, you have to understand, and you know this, PCs couldn't achieve back then what they could achieve now, even 10 years ago. PCs started picking up in the 2010s, like 2011, 2012, 2013. That's when the PCs started like picking up big time.
Right.
But back in the early 2000s, the 360 was murdering these PCs as far as gaming. PC gaming wasn't what it is today back
No
then.
way.
You still had to use a mouse and keyboard for a lot of this stuff, even though they had controllers and stuff. Telling you, a lot of people don't remember that, but I was there. I remember it. All this BS. The BS all-in-one crap that killed everything. Yeah, I know. Well, what are you going to do? They tried to make it work, and, they got it to work for a little bit. They couldn't get it completely, so. The 360 was more powerful than any PC when it launched. Yeah, it really was, man. That 360 could do things that computers just couldn't handle. All right. What was the whole point of all this? We were talking about the Wii U and it ended up in the Xbox 360.
We started with the Switch too, but
Okay. Well, how do we get from there to here?
I don't know.
We're doing like
Well,
a history lesson over here.
Well, I think we just kind of started reminiscing about how it
The
was.
PS2 was
then-
fire.
We went to, you know what I mean? Like, so, yeah. We've been doing the show for a while. We were covering a lot of
Consoles will never get to that point, Milfman, ever. PS2 was fire. It was. PS2 was really good. And then the PlayStation 3 came along and killed everything. The PlayStation 3 killed that momentum.
Yeah, this guy too. Great machine.
Who?
This guy, the Nintendo GameCube, the Cube, man. I've been playing the Cube for I'm playing the RE4 OG port. The fact that this
Heck
game
yeah.
was running on that
Let
shit.
me tell you something, motherfucker. That game sucks, okay? I just beat it. It's one of the worst games ever made.
No, it's not. You're just mad because the jet ski part loads faster on the PC than it does the GameCube because it's not meant to load that fast.
Well, guess what? I wanted to load faster on PC because it took forever on PC.
No, see, so there's problems with the updated versions. The boulders are load faster than what Leon can run, and the jet ski part is the hardest on the current consoles.
Well,
and
what's
PC.
fucked up about jet ski level is you go left and right, and then there's one in the middle. So I slowed down a little bit, but because I slowed down like an inch away from the one in the middle, I got killed by the water over and over and over again.
Right. On GameCube, that doesn't. It's so strange because on GameCube, it literally like never.
Well,
catches
here's
you
the
unless you-
problem with the PC version. They took the GameCube assets and they put it in the game. It's like, what are you doing?
No,
this
that's why
game
the
looks
HD
like-
mod.
It looks like shit and piss. Okay, everything's brown, everything's yellow. The game has no color to it.
I do like the aesthetic once you get it updated because I'll tell you this: when you play that in the Quest 2, that's the best that game has ever looked because they redid
Yeah,
all
but that's the
textures.
Quest 2. That's a game from like a couple of years ago. I'm talking about from the. This is
you
10
didn't
years
play
ago
with
from
the
the
HD
PC.
mod.
No, I didn't play with no HD mod. I played it from the fucking PC, the HD PC
Yeah, it's
version from 10 years ago.
See, your reasoning is why that fan page took like 4 years to make that HD because they were so pissed that this HD version looked that bad. They were mad. They're like, no, we're going in and fixing this. It actually started from like them getting pissed. So that's why the modding community is awesome because I agree. Like the PC version does look like complete shit. It's the HD. Yeah, it's 16:9. Like it runs smooth, but it doesn't look aesthetically pleasing.
No, it looks like
Once you
shit.
do
The cutscenes are horrible looking. They literally just took the GameCube cutscenes and stretched them out.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the HD mod I think also replaces the cutscenes.
That's great, but guess what? They don't sell it on Steam. So what am I supposed to do? Mod this thing every time I want to play it? As the game
I
stands
understand.
from
Yeah.
Capcom, the game's a piece of shit. And I beat this game when it came out.
I like it.
That's
you know?
fine. You can like it, but I'm telling you, the way that they like ported it to PC 10
I-
years ago was horrible.
I agree. And this is what 2014. It's like guys, like the game was already out for so long.
They just took the
they coulda-
GameCube assets and backgrounds and just slapped
That's
them in
it.
there, and they look like shit.
That's it, man. And it's that's why I was afraid when I played the Quest 2 version and people were like, no, they redid the graphics and the textures and everything. Everything's smoothed out. I was like, wow, this is actually an official Capcom upscaling. Why don't they just take this version and work out those textures in, like a current release?
There's a bunch of
just
lazy
as a
slobs.
port?
That's why.
Yeah, I don't know why. That again, we're going to talk about them later, but yeah, they have stuff that's apparently getting ported to the series consoles, and it's like, are they really going to even go back?
Oh,
And
guess what? Xbox isn't getting the physical disc. Isn't that funny?
Apparently not. Apparently not.
What a shocker. Anyway, yeah, fuck Resident Evil 4 on PC.
It's definitely a missed opportunity. They just didn't care.
Okay, so Switch 2. Fred, what the fuck do you think about the Switch 2?
Yeah, I said my piece because I wasn't on the live
We
stream.
went
so
into
I
a
think I
whole
said
history
everything.
lesson about every console in the last 10 years. So, Fred, what do you think about the Switch 2?
I think it looks really cool. I think I'm gonna, when I do buy it, which I am planning on buying it when it comes out, I am gonna enjoy it. I think it's a very big upgrade from the original Switch, and hopefully it runs games good, like unlike that Mortal Kombat game that you played on the
Oh,
Switch.
shit.
Holy
Oh,
shit!
God.
Yeah, that's
That was
or
not
Resident
good.
Evil
That was
games that you have to
embarrassing.
stream. You can't even
Oh
play them
my
natively.
God.
Like that's not good. That's not a
Yeah,
good look.
no. I hopefully it does better with that aspect. Like hopefully it does like better running those games, and yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm pumped.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely excited to see the console finally, and April 2nd is going to be a big, deep dive. That's going to be a pretty big day of us just talking everything Nintendo. Because we're really going to get like, maybe some performance comparisons, some, the complete specs. They're going to go down a lot more stuff that we're still kind of speculating about. Some stuff has gotten out, but until we get an official word, they are making us wait a little bit. But like I said, we've waited this long. So as long as what they show us is fulfilling,
Mhm.
that'll be great. I just think that they need to really sell it and make it, and they will regardless, but really sell their ass off on April 2nd. So
Yeah, they just have
Um,
to fix their online, their like community crap.
Yeah,
like,
they
the
gotta
front
fix that.
code, all that crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they are not short of exclusives. They are fantastic in what they bring with their characters and the games that they'll come out with will be innovative.
They're
and
the Disney of video games. We all know that. They'll be
Yeah.
fine.
they're going to keep it going. They just got to, like you said, make us more like the hardcore gamers, the people that are really going to, check out some of the more like obscure stuff on there, or like put some other content on there too. You open up that door, especially like I said, like something like Call of Duty. That's awesome. Like Perry's mentioned Madden. That's a great shout, because again, where's fucking football? Put it on there,
NCAA
you know what I mean?
on the Switch.
Yeah, put NCAA, put Madden. You already have MLB.
You're
and it
already going to
runs
sell
how it
those to
runs.
people that don't buy. Literally, people are going to buy the Switch just to play NCAA, like on the go.
Yeah, Madden on the go. That's pretty dope. You know what I
Madden or
mean?
NCAA, they bring it to work. Say you work a job on your break, you pull out your Switch 2, you play Madden.
Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, I'm excited to see it, to talk about a new machine, to pre-order it, to pick it up. You know what I mean? We'll have something to look forward to as far as tech related. Something updated.
Weston's right. WWE will return to the Switch.
Yes.
That horrible 2K18 port. And I remember reading the comments. Mental 90 would die laughing. People were like, they're going to patch the game and they're going to fix it. I'm like, it's a hardware problem, you idiot. It's running on low settings. You can't patch
fix this.
How much lower can you go?
You're gonna be like playing Minecraft WWE.
You
but-
can't patch it. It's on low settings. You would literally
the
have to rip
AEW
the
game?
hardware out and put more RAM in that thing.
Is the AEW game on there?
Yes, it is, and of course it runs like crap. But that's more of an arcadey game. That's not like literally 2K literally ported WWE 2K, like the PC version. They scaled it down to the Switch. That's why it runs horribly. Back in the day, like for the DS and the Wii, the companies would make a Wii version or a DS
Yes.
version of that game.
Or PSP would have that too, where they would make a PSP version.
Right.
It was like a separate one.
Okay, this is where everyone failed with the Switch. Because they got rid of that stuff, they just scaled down. The problem was they scaled down and it was low like Doom. Everyone's like, Doom's a technical marvel on the Switch. No, it's running at low settings. If you go on your PC and you drop that fucker down to 720p medium settings or low settings 720p, you're going to get the Switch version on there. Because it can't handle it.
Right.
And
I
people are like,
think
oh my God, it's a technical marvel. It's amazing. It's not. It's running at low settings. You are playing a game in low settings.
I think 2K18 ran at 540p, if I remember correctly from that time. Like they just couldn't.
It looks like here by
Yeah.
2K19, it wasn't even on the Switch anymore. They were like,
No,
we
it was just
can't.
2K18. That was it.
They cut it off there.
17 or 18. I don't even remember. I just got rid
was
of it
18. Yeah.
because they were
Yeah,
giving,
19 was
they were
only
giving
on
like
the-
$40 credit for it. I was like, get rid of this shit.
Horrible.
Got my money back.
Yeah, I'm just very excited to see stuff like that return. Like you said, make it to where it's just something that runs at least the minimum, specs that would make us happy. Even if some stuff is in 30, like that's fine
It was
too. Like
18
But-
says Wesson.
I mean,
Yeah.
some of their games don't even like. They don't
The
even
minute
hit
you saw
30.
Seth Rollins on the cover, you knew that game was going to be a problem.
if they could fix even I don't expect them to fix like 2K18 on Switch, but if they fix their own games like Pokemon and stuff and actually make it run,
2K
Yeah.
doesn't even have the
I'll be-
license anymore. They can't fix
No,
it.
yeah, they're not gonna mess with it. But like my hype's already at a 9. If I could just put in like Pokemon, it just runs better. I'll be at like a 10.
yeah,
that's all
like
I
April
want, just the
2nd will
game
be
to
very
run.
telling, right? Like if they're gonna really give us that news that we're gonna be like, oh shit,
Not
like, this
2K,
is-
Ukes. Never mind. It's Ukes. 2K still
Yeah.
has it, but it's not Ukes.
Yeah, I am excited about that too, because I think they have to address how these games will run, or if there will be those improvements, or it's going to be select titles. Like these are a lot of questions.
I think in February 2nd, they'll tell us everything we need to know. I'm sorry, April 2nd.
I wish
February
it-
2nd
yeah, I
would have been
wish.
nice.
Yeah,
April 2nd. I think they'll tell us everything we need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. So that's kind of just
You better get your money ready because pre-orders might go on that day. Kind of like the Note 25 today. Or I'm sorry, the Galaxy S Ultra 25.
Dude, they
No, you're
put it
right.
up and it comes out like next week. Like they didn't even wait. They're just like, oh, it's coming out. Here you go. Like,
I kind of knew. Listen, they've done this before. They do their keynotes and like, yeah, it's pre-orderable today.
yeah.
Hey, you guys just spent money for Christmas? Yeah, you can get it today.
Literally, I think it literally comes out in 2 weeks. Like it's like right around the corner. It's nuts. Like
Well, they also did it hoping you still had your Christmas money laying around.
they knew they would get you like that.
Let me tell you something. These phones better not blow up like the Note 7 in
I mean, we're
Minecraft.
gonna find out, I guess.
The specs came out. Are you kidding, buddy?
The phone.
The phone came out today.
I saw an unboxing.
Does this
and
guy have the
literally
internet?
had 10 phones. Why does Samsung make so many different phones? Like they should just make 2. Why do
Because
they make, like,
Apple makes 100 phones.
It's so stupid. I don't even know what I order. I'm like,
Bro,
wait, did I order
Steve
the right
Jobs
phone?
would literally, someone needs to resurrect that guy so he could go beat the shit out of Tim Cook. He left instructions. You realize he left this guy instructions?
Yeah, he left him the playbook, right?
He left
The
him a
phone.
notebook with everything for the next like 30 years.
Mhm.
And he goes, follow this book and you'll be okay. This guy looked through the pages. He goes, oh yeah, there's one phone. Yeah, make that into like 10 phones. Go ahead.
The minute he died, they made that C, the iPhone
In
C,
Minecraft.
which was the cheapest, crappiest phone. And they said they would never do that. Remember that? They made the plastic iPhone.
Chrono, you can buy the
C.
phone right now. What are you talking? Who cares about the specs? You can buy the phone right now.
You can literally buy the phone.
I have the phone in my hand on February 7th.
Yeah.
Has anybody followed these leaks? Because I've been following the leaks, and they told me today was the day.
Yeah, and Wario put up that, like, hey, they're gonna.
I knew
announce
before
on this day.
Wario. I knew 2 weeks ago that today was the day. You know why? Because I signed up for the Samsung, the Galaxy S25. Samsung had this like thing that you sign up for, and they were like,
Yeah.
"We're gonna let you know on this date. Get ready for the pre-order." And I was like, "All right." And when I woke up today, I was like, "Today's the day." I go online, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, the Note!" It's like the Note. I keep calling it the Note. The Galaxy S25. I'm like, I've known this.
Yeah.
Does anybody pay attention?
I mean, the phone is not much different than the.
I didn't know
other
to trust the leaks. There's a guy that I watch, Jaime Rivera. He used to be with Pocket Now Daily. Follow that guy. He told me everything I needed to know.
Holy crap! He still has the Note 9.
He's not on Pocket Now though anymore. He started his own channel,
Bro, you should upgrade if the Note 9.
the Note 9.
Holy crap!
Yeah,
This
it's
is gonna
time.
be like God Himself made a phone for you if you upgrade to this one.
Pokemon Go will be at 120 hertz.
That's what I'm excited for. I think it already is on my phone.
It already is on your phone.
Yeah.
It's not on his phone.
No.
Anyway, what were we talking about here?
The Switch 2. We're pretty much wrapping that up.
Well, what was I on before I got to the Note?
I don't even remember now.
Where the hell did Anthony go?
He just
I don't know.
he quit.
So I guess McDonald's are bringing back Pokemon. They're like not bringing back, but they're bringing Pokemon Happy Meals now.
Oh,
They
great.
have, like,
I'm
have, like,
sure
a box
Ludwig
and
went to
stuff.
10 McDonald's today. He
Oh
got
my
all the Happy
God.
Meals.
He's
ready
gonna message me like, "Yo, can you go to McDonald's and try and get
Ludwig's gonna buy Jeff a car so he could go to all the McDonald's and help him find it.
just to get the card. I love it.
this picture of him?" God,
They just had Sonic Happy Meals last week. Now they got Pokemon.
that place closed now.
Who?
That place remember that place that Ludwig like sent me to go get that
card
card?
shop. Yeah.
Yeah, that card shop closed.
Oh yeah, I thought something happened with them. They were
no.
forced to close down.
Really?
Yeah, they did something fucked up. I think something with the owners or something. I don't remember what happened. Something happened.
Wow.
I think she knows what happened. That place closed. And I don't know if anybody realizes this in the chat room. We have one GameStop left here. If this GameStop closes, I will be the only gaming store in a 30 to 40 mile radius.
Oh man, then you could tell everyone to kiss your ass. Like that's it.
Well, I'm gonna have to hire somebody and stay open full time because if I'm the only place literally in town,
Yeah.
that's crazy, right?
'Cause it's a haul to come to mine. It's like 20 minutes.
You
half
have to go to
hour.
Frank. They shut the one in Monroe down, and they shut the one in the mall over here.
Yeah, I can't even think of where they shut Kingston down, which is even further. So they're not going
They
to that
shut that one down, and I don't know about Middletown. I'm sure they still have one,
Yeah, they have one. in
but
the
you would
mall.
have to go to Middletown or where Frank lives in Poughkeepsie
Wow.
just to go to a GameStop.
Man, I hope it closes.
Now,
'cause
we have
get
one
some
here.
business.
But if they close, that's it. There's no game store in a 30 to 40 mile radius.
Wow.
That's insane.
So I will own this side of the river. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I kind
That
of.
is nuts.
That's pretty. That'd
I
be
saw.
pretty cool though.
Have you guys seen some of the Reddit posts of the
I didn't even
GameStops
get
that
into
have
this
the-
thinking that was going to happen. But it might happen. I don't know.
Like-
they said you wouldn't last, and you've outlasted
Yeah.
everyone and GameStop.
Come on, you won't last a week, Perry. Come on.
Let me tell you something. I hope that I do outlast GameStop. And on my 10-year, I hope they interview me. And I'll say, yeah, I was told I wasn't going to last that long, and I outlasted 3 or 4 GameStops in the area. I would love to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw like some post of like
There's
some
one
of the
left.
GameStops.
And it's not even a retro GameStop. It's just that one that the girl ripped Fred off on, and she tried to rip
I
me off
can't believe
on.
that's the one left.
That's the one that's like, yeah, probably because that lady's stealing everything. I was going to say the other word. That lady's stealing everything from everybody. She hasn't gotten caught yet. When she gets caught, I'm sure it's going to go down.
Don't you want a bag? You might get robbed.
Yeah, I might get robbed in daylight. Yeah, sure.
What a tool.
They're closing GameStop so close. You realize they were only supposed to close 300 GameStop stores in January. They closed more than that.
There's a ton.
People are reporting on the Reddit that they weren't even on the closure list, and they were told Friday's their last day. They're closing more stores down than they let on.
I mean, to be fair, some of the ones they closed that I know of, the people were really stupid and they deserve to be closed.
Well, like we
so-
said, it's a dumping ground. You just go trade stuff in and get the new stuff and get out.
Most
Yeah.
of the people that work there are brain dead anyway. So
Yeah.
it's-
I mean, like there was 2 around me that
Dude,
closed,
read their
and
Reddit. Read the GameStop Reddit. A lot of emos on there. Like, I read this stuff and I'm like, are these people crazy?
I saw some of the post of some of the GameStops that had the big like Master Chief in the window, and they were just like, "So long, old friend," like always protecting, like because like some of the old buildings still had the old Master Chief thing, and it was just like now that they're gone, that's just going to be
Throw
thrown
the
away.
fucking
It's like,
thing
dude,
out. What are you taking
imagine
pictures
you
of?
had
So say, oh, friend, what are you praying with this thing? Throw it in the garbage. It's a piece of paper.
Goodbye, old friend.
God, why is everyone so emo over this stuff?
people just
This
you
place
know, I
treated
think,
me like shit, but I'm gonna miss it. It's like, what are you doing? Like, seriously, you're stupid. That's why you have this job, because nobody will hire you because you're a moron. I wouldn't hire anybody like that. I'm sorry. Okay, number one, we have rules if you're gonna work for me. You need to be clean shaven, no beard down to your fucking penis over there or your kneecaps.
I can work there.
That shit's out the window, okay? None of this bullshit where, oh, I'm anime. No, you watch anime, you ain't working for me. Go down the fucking block. Okay?
What else?
if you like Dungeons and Dragons, fuck off.
If you like Dungeons and Dragons and you come in dressed like a Dungeon and Dragon, get the fuck out.
Oh, the friend's out.
You see, I'm not that bad. I don't come in dressed as a dragon.
No, you are a nerdy guy that plays Dungeons and Dragons, but you're a cool guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when you come in there looking like a fucking sewer rat, even
This
if you have
guy-
a
oh my
beard that looks
God.
like Jafar's and you got the fucking glasses and you got the mustache, but you look like you're malnourished and you weigh like 10 pounds, I'm not hiring you. Because you look like a fucking weirdo. You look like Krang from fucking Ninja Turtles. I'm not hiring you. I'm sorry. I'm just not doing it.
You don't have to worry about Fred getting hair in all your stuff.
Who I'm describing is all these GameStop employees.
If you have an
You
eating
walk into
disorder,
GameStop and these people look like creatures. They don't even look like people.
They look straight out of Jim Henson.
No one will ever work for me that looks like that. I'm sorry. You need to be clean shaven and you need to be professional looking. Even though this guy ain't professional, you need to look professional looking.
You guys have to understand, Perry doesn't act.
I come from the
Perry acts professional
1990s,
as hell
okay?
with customers.
It was all
you
about
know?
buzz cuts, okay? None of this horse shit with the beards over your head and dude, if you can make a beard for like 20 fucking homeless people or
Give
20
me some
if you
hair.
can make a beard for 20 sick kids at a children's hospital, you can't work for me.
He said they look like creatures.
They look like sewer rats.
Dude, you
do.
go into GameStop, there's people that look like fucking Gollum with a t-shirt on and you're like, how is this like a thing?
Like fucking dubby.
Am I walking into like a fucking movie set and that's like the bad guy? Like, what am I walking into?
That's the bad guy.
It hurts.
And they have to have.
It
some
hurts
type
because
of
it's fucking
hygiene,
true.
too.
You walk in these places, man.
They need to know what a shower is too. 'Cause it's like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
None of the
I'm
ZZ
sorry.
Top. No.
I'm dying.
No, that's easy.
Oh,
You can't be 20 years old and have ZZ Top. Sorry, you're not working for me.
you're not
ZZ
wrong though.
Top.
That's the best part. Like,
There ain't no sharp dressed man about
Once
that.
you're past 50, then you earn the long beard, but I don't know.
No. Yeah.
Listen, if you have a long beard and you groom yourself, that's fine. But there's a lot of people out there that they do not groom themselves. Like you go to you went to Fridays like 5 or 6 years ago before the whole thing, the whole picnic thing, right? The guy's got the foot like it's like his beard is almost touching the plate.
dip it in the
Oh, here
soup
you go.
thing.
It's like I don't want that.
It's-
It's getting in the soup. In the drinks in the soup.
oh my god. It's gonna be in your
I would
burgers.
never
Would
go
you-
for a job interview with a fucking beard down in my fucking dick. And hey, can I get a job? I can't get one. Well, yeah, you can't get one because you look like that.
Would you hire anime girls with the white hair that they like dye their hair white?
No, get out.
Oh my god.
That is a new thing, right? Or a newer
Dyeing
thing.
their hair
Oh, I
white
love
is a
it.
thing now.
Yeah, you know what? You want to dye your hair white? You know what? Go reboot the Golden Girls. A21's down the street. Okay? I'm sure they're casting for that film already.
Thank you for being a friend.
Oh,
Thank you for being a friend. Now get the fuck out.
get the fuck out.
Oh my god. I get what you're saying.
Wow.
You need to be presentable because you're
Frank,
representing. the
okay,
Yeah.
you own your own company, Frank. Would you hire a bunch of guys with beards
No.
down to the
well,
fucking
it's
kneecaps?
a totally different thing, but no, probably not because it's like they have to represent you. They're when you're not there. They're the
You
face
do
of your-
work at celebrities' houses sometimes. Send a van full of fucking guys with beards down to the fucking
it has to be-
kneecaps.
They have to be clean.
Hey,
you have to have
we're
clean
here to do the
clothes,
TV, right? They're
clean-
gonna call the cops. Be like, there's a
Yeah,
bunch of
yeah.
crazy fucking hillbillies outside.
Yeah, you can't. You
You
can't
gotta
be
tell this to
showing
the people that work at my job.
look like that. That's like being clean and like you're right because it does look messy. Like you have to be like very like clean cut for that kind of stuff. So you're right about that.
Oh my god. Yeah, you gotta tell this to the guys that work at my job. There are some interesting characters in my job.
Creatures.
Yes.
Well, over
The
here you
sewer
have another
creatures.
problem. You have people that look normal, but they're fucking lunatics.
Oh yeah.
The sewer creatures. Yeah.
That's why I don't hire nobody. All right, I only hire people I know. Like if you guys want to work, I'll hire you. But I'm not hiring a rando. You get people that come in. Oh well, I know about games. Well, guess what? I don't, and I fucking run this place. Get out.
You have to be careful too, because you can't hire someone who was born in like 2005 that's gonna tell people like, oh yeah, like these games are.
That's the
great," but-
problem. All these kids, okay? They think they know what they're doing, but they really don't.
And by the time they got into the card bullshit, that's the end, man. That's the end. Like, you don't get in the cards and like, yeah, man, I'm gonna take care of these cards. I'm gonna be able to like nobody's doing that shit. And then the retro shit wasn't gonna save them either way. And then they got rid of Game Informer last year, right? They killed it, and that was just like, okay, like you just start seeing more and more and more. Like that's why we were just like, yo, can this pro just, be over with so we could just not have to worry about going back. And it looks like literally after that launch, they just we're like, yeah, you know what? In the beginning of January, we're closing even more stores, And like Stephen Mack was saying, the one that's near us, he said it was completely emptied out in a few days. I didn't even know about it until he said it in the Discord. And I was like,
I don't
no
think
way.
he knew about it till he walked over there.
Yeah, and the sign was gone. Like I went like 2 days after they officially closed, the sign was off. I think someone was just like, yo, we're buying this out. We're putting something else here.
Well, part of their lease, when they leave, they have to take the signage down.
Yeah.
That's not part of the that's the rent. Like if I leave, I got to spackle the walls.
Right.
Where the
TVs are mounted and shit.
No, yeah, well that is, but what is it? Slat wall? The slat wall. Well, the slat wall's out.
Yeah.
I gotta do all that, touch that up.
Yeah, it's just so quick, and like you said, they're doing even more than what they said.
And again, listen, if you groom your beard or whatever, that's fine. If you groom your beard or whatever, that's fine. But the problem is there's a lot of people that just don't, especially around here. And I'm not hiring you. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm not hiring you if you don't have a beard and you look like Gollum. If you come in and you have like 5 pieces of hair on your head, I'm not hiring you. Shave your head, look professional. Let's go.
Let's go.
RWK, we can see that, but guess what, buddy? I'm not getting into politics. I'm sorry. It is what it is. That guy could say whatever he wants. Not a big deal.
Would you hire someone with a bowl cut?
No. Because that is a haircut from 1994. And I've seen a GameStop employee. The guy wouldn't sell me the controller. He said they didn't have it. And then he told me it was the worst controller ever made. He looked like Ned from Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man. That's the worst controller ever made. Okay, you're not working for me because number one, you just told me that my $80 doesn't belong in your store. Okay? If you tell my customers that their money doesn't belong in my store, you are fired. Okay? Because you just cost me $80.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the main reason why I will not touch any GameStop employee as far as hiring them in my place. Because they have the wrong fucking info and they have the wrong way of running things. If you worked in retail, if you worked in merchandising, you have a better shot at working for me. But if you come from GameStop, go fuck yourself. Go get a real job. Sorry.
Yeah,
because you don't know how to work.
It got worse, and I think there's definitely just more lazy workers anyway, regardless of GameStop. So that just adds to it on top of it, on like how bad they were. And then also if they were to go to be like, oh, I want to try to go apply to Perry shop. And then they walk in and you're just going to be like, no. Because the first thing they're going to say is, oh, I worked at GameStop. I know. And it's like, you don't know. You actually don't know, because running a mom and pop place is completely fucking different. And it's not, they don't have a clue at all. Like, even if they worked at GameStop for a few years, even then you still might not be ready, because who knows how the hell they actually,
the culture at GameStop is completely different. And the people that work there, and they can't, you see these people posting all the time. Oh, I'm not getting enough hours. I'm not getting this. I'm not getting that. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. But I've only been here for 3 months. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Who are you? If you've been there for 3 or 4 years, I can understand you complaining a little bit. You're there for 3 months. Go get another job. Shut up.
You have to work your way through the ranks a little bit. Like when I worked at
Best Buy, that's the problem. These people today, these kids, they don't understand this stuff.
No,
They expect to get handed everything.
Exactly. Thank you. They expect to get handed, and I sound like an old fucking man, but I mean, it is what it is.
It's true though.
But
they
you
expect
have
to
a
get
business,
handed
so you
everything.
see it
They get a
firsthand,
job.
you know
They
what I
think, "Ooh, I'm a big shot. I have a job now, so I can do whatever I want." It's not how it works, man.
Yeah.
We've been around it in our retail experience, and you run your own business, so it's also like you see it from all different sides too, because we all, came up through retail or did something through retail and saw different people act certain ways and be
Right.
like, Yeah, I'm not going to act like that. Like, I'm actually going to do what I got to do to get the job done and learn from it. And then, yeah, it's like you said, that's why you have to be really strict with like those people coming in just acting like they know what they're doing, because it is completely different. And maybe back in the day, late 90s, early 2000s, you had different kind of employees at your Babbage's, your EB Games, your GameStops, but
Okay, so when I was younger, okay, I don't know if this is just because people looked older. You had older people working these places. There was a guy in Software Etc. in the Galleria Mall, White Plains, okay? This guy must have been 70 or 80 years old. He worked at Software Etc. He knew what games were coming out. He knew everything about the games. He knew how much they were going to cost. He knew the pre-order dates. He knew when they were coming in.
he was
knew
on it.
He knew about the games.
I think you're right about that because EB Games has
Ever
older
since these
people, too.
places started trying to save money and hire young people, that's when all this shit went to shit.
And then why do you think we avoided GameStop for a while? Because the customer service took a shit. We saw that firsthand. We all had experiences throughout the 12 years of doing the show, and even before,
Oh yeah,
of bad experiences that we've always said on the show, and we were
that's the
open
problem,
about
because the company treats these people like shit, so they treat the customers like shit, and then the customers don't go there, and then the company makes no money, and then the company closes, and they're like, "What happened to my job?"
Yeah.
They want the CEO money without working knowledge or ethical. Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's all about it. The company's just greedy, but they treat their employees like that. But the employees sit there and take it. It's like, guys, just go find another job.
Yeah. There's
I know
plenty
this.
of other
I know
retail
this
places
sounds
that are more positive.
I know it sounds kind of boring, but if you work at a supermarket, depending on your hours, you get benefits. You work at Starbucks. I know pouring coffee is a pain in the ass, but guess what? You get benefits. I know working for a government job is kind of boring, but you get benefit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, GameStops are just like, yeah, get these pre-orders, hit this
GameStop.
quota.
GameStop, you don't get diddly dick for benefits.
Hey guys, the pro's coming out. You
No,
got to
get
sell
nothing.
50 bags. You got to sell 50 bags or you don't get a raise. It's like,
Yeah, a 10-cent raise.
yeah. It's like, dude, what are we doing here? Like, and like you said, the dumb people that you just had to recently deal with, like, it's still going on. It's not like it's just being made up. It's like, and the fact
This
that
lady
that's,
literally was trying to steal my games. Okay? And people probably think I'm crazy, but we're not. Because guess what? It just so happened that all those games that weren't scanned in were games that were worth a lot of money in trade-in value.
and she knew
What
that.
was doing.
She
Yeah.
knew that. She thought I had so many games there. She was going to put a couple aside, not scan them. I wasn't going to look at the receipt, and I would walk out like I did. But I had my list, and me and Fred went over the list. And we went back in there, and we got all our games back. You know why she gave us our games back? Because she knew if I called corporate or I called anybody, she was done. Because she's doing other shady shit in that place. Guaranteed. And
she
when I
had 'em
talked
right
to
by her side,
And when I talked to the girl by Frank's, the girl said, "We know that girl's already a problem." So there's already stuff going down.
but that's one of them that closed, right? The better
No,
one.
that's
The better one.
That's the one that's open still.
Oh, okay.
The one where the lady was stealing my games, that one's the last one.
I know. I'm saying the one that with the employee that said they know what's going
Oh,
on.
yeah.
that
Well,
one's
it's a better
gone.
one because, they pretend like they're your friends, but they're really not.
Yeah. That's why I just said, yeah, better. Like it's,
They are our friends.
Top 5 movies in the 90s we'll get to later. There's a million of them.
He also didn't know that you have a store.
And he's not going to know I have a store because I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, it's
Did I tell you
like
what happened, Anthony? I had a customer come in about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And he was like, "Oh, I saw what they wrote." And he goes, "That makes me really mad." And I was going to respond. He goes, "Somebody ever comes in here and said anything, you come down the street and you get me."
So what? Who wrote the?
Review.
Oh,
I had a customer come in and he was like, because he finally got a chance to come in
yeah.
and he bought a bunch of stuff and he was just like, "Man, it's all messed up." I told him what happened. He's like,
Oh yeah.
"Hey, if they ever come in here, you come get me. I'm down the street. I'll come down there and I'll tell them." Like,
Wow.
he goes, "We need you guys in the community, blah, blah, blah." I was like, "Thank you."
Yeah. It's
Finally,
good to
a
know
customer
there's
sticks up for
some
us.
people that have your back.
Yeah, it's
you know.
nice to know that now. Stephen Mack, these big companies give college graduates no work experience, high up jobs, and they want to save a buck. They target district manager. My target district manager when I moved to the South Jersey was 23 and never worked before. Oh, wow. That's your district manager? How is he going to manage the district?
Yeah.
He's never had a job before. That's the problem. You see, the problem is right there. Walmart is a big problem because Walmart just hires bodies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You go to buy a video game. Oh, we got to get the guy with the key. Where's the guy with the key? He's on lunch. He's not
Dude,
coming back
that's
for
an
like 5
hour
hours.
or 2 hour thing. Like I remember we had to go.
I thought
and,
lunch was fucking 45 minutes. No. His lunch is 4 hours.
Remember when we went to buy the Switch that night and they couldn't get it?
Oh, wait. We'll get the guy in Sporting Goods to come here with the key and help you. The guy from Sporting Goods comes. Oh, what is it? What do you need? This video game. Oh, yeah. What's a video game? What's that? Venge is just the body. Well, Venge has a brain and he's worked his way up. He's a manager, so.
Yeah, but you guys
knows
know
what
the
he's
people
doing.
we're talking about. Yeah, it's not.
And did you not hear me? I said the one over here.
Yeah, it's even when I got my dad's phone, I had to sit there and wait. It was like an hour because they're like, oh, the guy with the keys on break and all. And I was just
That
like,
happened
dude,
with us when we waited for the fucking Switch. Me and
We
Frank.
waited an hour.
It's like I just want to go home. I didn't
We
know
were
this
at
was going to be an
his.
hour and a half.
We waited 2 hours for the key.
Just to spend
And they
money.
gave us $15 off the Switch.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
do miss when they were 24/7, so you could do stuff like that. But like
Oh man, I used to
even when it's during the day, nobody's around. It's like, yo, I want to get this game out of here. All right, and then it's like
That's why you don't
a
go
fucking-
there, and that's why they make no money, and that's why everything's on clearance because they have nothing.
exactly. I couldn't tell you the last
I
time
know
I
you're
actually bought a
kidding,
game from
RWK.
Walmart or even a movie.
No,
So-
Chrono, they don't do that anymore. If they
They still,
literally on Black Friday one year, Chrono, the guy set up for Black Friday. He went home with the key. No one could buy any games on Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, if we
Yeah,
went home
That
with
was
the key
that
at
was the
Best Buy, we
first
would've
Black
been
Friday
fine.
that the Xbox One was out. We couldn't
Oh,
buy
yeah.
any of those games on sale.
I hope that guy was fucking fired.
He probably wasn't. He probably got a raise.
I used to
Oh
have
yeah,
to
you
have
fucking cost the
keys.
company $100,000 in game sales. That's okay.
Yep.
Oh really, man? I was really tired.
Dude, we would have got fired at Best Buy if we did that.
Oh yeah, no, you had to give the keys back.
The
Like
customer, I was there, man. There were so many people pissed off. They were like, "Let's just break the case. We're gonna buy the game anyway."
yeah, like
It's crazy.
it was always annoying because a lot of times in the install bay, the door would always like lock automatically, and I'd always have to get a key. But every time I went on break, guess what? If anyone needed a Car-Fi stuff, I'd give the key to somebody and be like, "Yo, get this for a customer," and that's what you had to do. You couldn't just like leave, go on your break for 35 minutes, and then like somebody needs something. Because again, the moment you leave, that's when there's always somebody. That would happen every single time. Like I'd come back and the employee that would cover me would be like, "Oh yeah, dude," like, but he knew Car-Fi stuff, so it helped. But like, you got to communicate. Walmart, there's no communication. They're not going to give the key to somebody and be like, "Oh man, we're going to have people buy video games or anything back here." It's like, well, what if someone wants a cheap little camera that you have locked behind a thing?
They don't care. It's
don't
it's
care.
an inconvenience to them. It's like, but
Yeah.
you're the reason why. You, the customer, are the reason why they are there and they have a job.
Exactly.
Them stocking the
Yeah.
shelves and losing money is not going to help Walmart.
No.
That's the problem with these retailers. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They really don't. They don't have any idea. They hire people that don't know what they're doing to begin with, and stuff just doesn't get done.
Yeah, man. And you see it in all forms of the retail, whether it's a
And
phone.
it wasn't like that, man. Department stores, before they were like Best Buy and all that,
Yeah.
department stores, they would hire people that were specific to that department.
Yeah.
Caldor.
This is why you call it department store.
Yeah.
The
And then
problem
they-
is when they went cheap, they hired kids, and that's what ruined everything.
Yeah. Yep. And I saw Best Buy departments dissolve right before the picnic, they were trying to do this whole no borders thing. Like, all right, anybody can sell anywhere. Break out of your. There's no departments anymore. This
Break
is
out
all
of your
one
shell when you
thing.
don't know half the stuff. Like
Yeah,
in
it went
Yonkers,
downhill.
we had a girl who knew about cameras, so she ran DI.
Yes.
Okay, we had people like me that knew games and movies. We had people in my department that knew about music, so we put them in the music section. We basically had people. We had people that knew computers that were in the computer department.
That's how it was for us too.
It wasn't like, oh yeah, where do you come from? I come from the Dollar Tree or whatever. Oh yeah, we'll put you in media. Oh, you know how to sell TVs? We'll put you in home theater.
Yep.
You had people that, when you were hired, they would say, what are your interests? Video games.
Yep.
They go, you're going to go in media. We got to put you in merchandising for right now, but we're going to eventually put you in media because we need help in merchandising, but we have a spot for media. And they did. They put me in media. I did merchandising for like 2 or 3 months, and they put me in media.
Yeah, I applied for DI, and the GM was like, you know what, I'm going to put you in home theater.
We
'Cause I told him
sold-
about like movies and stuff.
In
and
my
all that.
department, and Frank's sister ran the department, okay? But when she would leave, she would say, you're in charge. And I would tell the guys, I'm not really in charge. Like, we're all in charge. But we sold so many fucking games and media and movies that we got a free copy NCAA 06
That's cool.
because we went over budget.
Yeah.
Because it's not because I'm good, but the whole team knew about movies and music and games.
Yeah.
And we were able to get the budget that way. We were able to sell these items to people.
Yeah, I just like, because for me it was like trying to navigate home theater between that and like it became like home theater would also have to do DI when
Put
DI
me in
dissolved.
DI. I don't know anything about it. I'm going to
Yeah.
fucking sell people cameras. They're going to return them. And then I'm fired.
Now they're
And-
they're like, do you want to work in TVs? Well, I've watched TV before. Oh, you're qualified.
Yeah, you're in. Yeah, because I remember when they took DI away, they took away the manager position, they took away the department as a whole. It was just all like anybody. Like some people, if you were in the Apple section and knew about cameras, you'd be over there selling
Tractors.
cameras. If you do, because the Apple section is right across from the camera department, so they would always go to the computer department, and computer had to have a set, or PCs had to have, a set amount of people selling them, but it just became a fucking free for all the last like few years.
Yeah, remember
that I
they
was
put
there.
Geek Squad in computers? It's like, man, this is stupid.
Yeah, and it just became
Those Geek Squad, they don't
Crazy.
know what the fuck they're doing either.
no, it's tough, man. Like the best people in my store that were Geek Squad were the people that do the car installs. They were awesome. They were great guys. We had a good communication between, like, I would set up the installs, I wouldn't mess up the customer's order, I'd make sure they had everything that they needed to do, and they were good. But that's not computers, that's a car install thing completely separate. But that was hard to find. Perry's had shitty experiences. My dad has had shitty experiences back when they weren't even there at that Best Buy to have
Yeah, it was
actual
at
good
Best
Geek
Buy in
Squad
Yonkers, New
installers.
York. All those guys sucked. There was some
Yeah.
people that I worked with that were really cool. A lot of them they're just fucking full of shit.
Yeah, you saw the people in retail when you're in the thick of things, people that actually like looked out for you and helped you out, and then you had people that were just phoning it in. And by the time,
Oh, there were people that were managers who were like younger than me or my age, and they're threatening me. Like, you're gonna
Oh,
lose your
yeah.
job. You don't do this. Go fuck yourself, dude.
Yeah,
Oh, and by the way, you're finally getting laid off now after 20 years, and guess where I'm at? Just
doing
saying.
your own thing. Yeah, I think that's why I think when they did the massive layoffs,
I'm
that was
glad
the
they
writing
did.
on the
I'm
wall
glad
for
they
a lot
laid
of
everybody
people.
off at Best Buy. Fuck those guys. You hear me? You can go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, thankfully I left on my own terms. So thank God for that. But I put in 6 years and I was good after
I
that.
left like
think
Rob Van Dam on the stretcher.
it wasn't for nothing though. I met, really good friends and met some cool people that I still talk to. So can't complain. That's all you can get out of it,
Like my job. I've been at my job for 6 years.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. So you gotta do what you gotta do. But
Dude,
that's
Fred, you
retail
know
in a
what,
nutshell.
man? You said they were putting that pizza out the next day. They still didn't put the pizza out.
Did they really not put that shit out?
They still didn't put it out. There's like no more pepperoni left.
We have like 3 boxes in the back.
Yeah, well, it would be nice if somebody put them out before they expire.
Yeah.
Oh, they only put it out when it's expired.
Fred's
Bro,
got to go in at
his
5 in the morning. so-
Seriously, somebody
Yeah.
needs to go into his store and just shut it down. Like for real.
I wish.
Someone needs to. They need to do like an investigation, like an eyewitness news thing. Go in there and just shut the shit down.
Well, Fred, you got to be there at less than 5 hours, so you might as well just go in, put the pizza in. You know.
I don't even need it anymore. I'm not even eating pizza, but I was fucking 2 weeks ago when I went there. Hey, so let me get something for the snowstorm. Well, it wasn't pizza. And by the way, let me tell you something, Fred. Your Pink Lady apples taste like hairspray. I just threw those things out. That was $10 of my money.
Oh,
Who knows
shit.
what chemicals that was sprayed with, though? You know what I mean?
Let me tell you something. They don't even taste like Pink Lady. They just taste like airspray.
So where did you?
I go
where
to
did you get 'em
ShopRite.
from?
They're beautiful. I go to
Yeah.
his place. They taste like shit. And I'm
I get
paying
'em
money.
I get them from ShopRite, and they're really good. You turn
Yeah,
me on to
ShopRite
it.
usually comes in clutch with the.
But I have to
with
go
the
to
apples.
ShopRite. And when you go to ShopRite, the entrances are like 10 years apart from each other.
Yeah.
The
There's old
parking
ladies
is
everywhere.
atrocious because it's like the Houston Astrodome just to go food shopping.
You're so right.
Perry calls it Dawn of the Dead with the old ladies in the shop, right? Remember
You
used to
do.
call it that?
You have to get there. His place is always fucking dead, so it's not a big deal. But when you go to ShopRite, you got to be there the minute they open because if not, Dawn of the Dead show up. You better go at 6 a.m. as soon as they open. Grab all your vegetables, all your fruit, everything. Everything that the old people would grab, you need to get.
Dude, your ShopRite is so nice though.
And
It's updated
sometimes
and
I
shit.
buy all the sugar snap stir fry just to piss off the old people at 7 o'clock in the morning when they get there. I'll blow $40 on sugar snap stir fry
Just to take it
just
away
to
from
piss
them.
those old fucks off
Just so
because they
don't-
do it to me all the time. That's
You know what?
right.
The best thing ever. You said this, and it happens all the time. You're leaving, and they stop right in the doorway. Look at the receipt.
They
Right
stop
in
in
the
the fucking door. Am I getting robbed? You should have fucking asked them when they were scanning your food. Am I getting robbed?
Every time. Every time.
That's so true.
Or they pull at the end when the lady's putting your food down there and you got to go over
Oh
there and
my
start bagging.
God.
They're over there doing this.
Yeah.
But they'll walk,
being-
and then they'll just stop and pull the receipt out.
In the doorway.
The
It's
best
like
is
a
when I
click and
pack
point
out.
adventure. You click on the person, they go, "Whoop, my receipt.
And it's a long ass receipt too. It's not just like
Yeah.
2 things.
Yeah, it was great. Like during the picnic, like when I
Just
was,
put a
packing
sign
out,
up
like,
that says,
yogurt and
"We
shit.
scam old people. Don't shop here." Okay? This way I can just get a clear line.
Just be like, all right. Oh my god.
But at ShopRite, it's the same thing. You go to get a cart, there's people walking and they're going slow, they're going fast, they're going. Lady's
That was my
driving
first
into me.
retail-
She's like
that was
hitting my cart.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell's going on here? What?
yeah. No, that was my first retail job. Was ShopRite. I was only there for like 8 months,
Sorry.
9 months.
Do you
but-
guys have to put a quarter in the cart by you?
No.
By
No.
me, you have to put a quarter in the cart. It's like the worst thing.
Well, because
ever
you have a
made.
They
million
would-
maniacs by you.
Yeah.
You gotta do that at Aldi's by
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, well, I don't go there because you need to bring bags.
Yeah.
You have to bring
Hey, man.
bags everywhere.
I could buy a bag. No, you
That's
needed to bring bags to Aldi's like when the inception of Aldi's, like 25
Yeah.
years ago. You can
You know,
still buy
Aldi's is
plastic
in-
bags, which I'm sick of these plastic bags, okay? Especially Hannaford. Fuck, let me tell you something, Fred. Fuck that place. They give you
yeah,
they
he's
give
doing a
you
shoot on it.
plastic bags that are half the size and ShopRite gives you these giant shopping bags. You can
Yeah.
buy one bag and you gotta go to his place and you gotta buy like 5 fucking bags just to get one order out the door. Because they make them half the size, nothing fits in these bags.
Yeah, our bags kind of suck.
Bro, they suck hard, okay?
Oh, I know. And we're supposed to have like I told Frank this for Yanya, but we're having the vice president come next week. He's gonna do like a store walk with a lot of people.
You guys are gonna get your asses kicked.
Oh, I know we are. Trust
Of
me.
the company.
Yeah, the vice president. Of the
What day
company.
is that guy coming? Because I'll make sure I'm there and make a scene.
He's gonna
next
protest
Friday.
outside.
Next Friday at 8 a.m.
Make a scene.
I won't be there. I won't be there. I'm off that
Oh
day.
my God, this place has no food.
I remember when Best Buy used to have the walks when people would come in and I would look at the schedule and I'm like, oh, thank God I'm not there that day.
But you know what's going to happen, Fred? I need to know that day because guess what? They're going to put the chicken out that doesn't expire for a week on that day.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the
Yo,
minute
this
that
one-
guy leaves, they're going to take all that chicken back and they're going to put out the chicken that expires in 2 more days.
Get the yellow tag. Well, it expires that day, but it's $2 cheaper.
I've had to clean the milk trays and shit like that, and there's like so much built up of milk in there.
Well,
It's,
why
like,
don't you
moldy
fucking
milk
tell
and crap.
everyone in the back, be like, why are you guys putting this shit out when it's going bad?
Don't worry, they discount it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they gotta
Somebody
make
that
profit.
works there needs to get fired, like hardcore. Because somebody that works there, Fred, is putting stuff out like the day it expires.
and you know what the sad thing is? Probably the manager.
Well, he needs to go.
No,
Well,
He
what did we
doesn't
say?
that's why I try and point out to like because that old guy that's like works in the deli department, the manager, he doesn't wash his hands. After he
Well,
goes to the bathroom,
thanks.
he doesn't wash his hands. So make sure he doesn't cut.
Fred, you can make so much money doing like vlogs about this place.
An expose on
IRL stuff is really big.
And you were talking about like the hair and stuff like that, and like how you're saying like like the long hair. There's this one guy that like cuts the meat and shit like that. He has like a long strand of hair that like hangs past his face. It's like, what the fuck do you do?
That's the guy you don't hire, and you don't hire that guy for the deli on top of it.
Yeah, exactly. Because you
your
got that
hairy
hair.
steaks right here.
What if
It's
he
just
decides
like-
to cut his hair in the deli slicer?
No, he uses a cheese grater and grates it into the
He-
food.
Fucking emo early 2000s freaking hair, like the one little strand is like, "Dog."
We should go up to him and cut it with the scissors and just like.
Oh, he's like, hey, how you doing? You're me. I should like super glue it to my head. Just
No
like-
thanks. What
Dude,
you should do is give him the Midas touch, and he'll get alopecia.
Oh yeah. I'm like, I'm infecting you now. Join us.
Join us. Shit.
Oh my god, that place, it never ceases to amaze me.
That place needs to close down.
No, I know. And like what you said, like we get those freaking old people too. Like it was the it was,
Dawn of the
it
Dead.
was bad during the picnic. Like during the picnic, it was like, oh my god. It's just
Excuse me,
Well,
young
we can,
man. You owe me 15 cents. It's like people are like passing away over here, like every minute on the minute, and you're worried about 15 cents
Back when Jersey
that you didn't even get
have
ripped
the-
off on. You just read the receipt wrong.
Oh my god, dude! I remember back before I was on the register, and I was just like, the bagging items and stuff.
oh
And when before Jersey banned the bags, this was years before that, and it was like, oh, paper, plastic, and you'd have to put it, you'd have to like layer
oh
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then-
plastic.
but it-
put
but it-
rest in paper.
Yep, but it can't be too heavy. And sometimes they would try to pick it up, and you'd be like, I'm like, it's not that heavy.
It's like,
Yeah.
I put some lettuce and chips in there. How the frick heavy can it
Yeah,
be?
it's like I try to, some I put like 1 to 2, but like you would sometimes like feel bad. I'm like, I don't know what's too heavy for you, so you'd have to like put like 2 cans in it, and then that's it. But it's a waste of a bag, so it's like I can't put more in it. But you want paper plastic? It's like it's wasting more resources. Like
Yeah.
now,
It's like,
you know-
want me to just put one thing in each bag? Like I don't know what you want.
no,
me to
sometimes
do.
I would have to because they would just be like, "Ugh,"
They
like
go
they
to lift
could-
the bark step off like SpongeBob. There's just bones and all.
Yo, on your last day, you should have just like packed the heaviest fucking bag.
Oh
for that
my
person.
God,
It's just
dude,
like,
yeah, like that. It was just so. It was just yeah.
that
that-
was funny.
we had a guy crap himself in the aisle. That happened. There was a lot of random stuff that happened.
Dude, it's like
When
ER for supermarkets. All this serious shit's happening in the supermarket.
It's like
God.
ER. It's not true. Oh shit.
That's your next sitcom.
Dude, yeah, I like it would just be Clerks but in a supermarket.
Oh god.
Ah, fuck.
You could make a whole sitcom about
Just
that.
see
But you
Jay-
could.
Just see Jay and Silent Bob outside like the supermarket or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I'm gonna ask
funny.
those guys to leave.
Yeah.
Now well I guess we can shift gears a little bit here.
Oh, the Gears of War E-Day? You know,
Gears
the game that's
E-Day a
not
little
coming
bit.
out until the 20th anniversary of Gears in 2026?
Ooh, we're gonna see it tomorrow, and it's coming out next
Oh my
week.
God, it's
Coming
going to
out.
be great. Every Xbox game ever is coming out because Phil loves us.
Folks,
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 Phil's
it's
going to
fine.
change my diaper, folks. I look like Baby Herman, folks. Folks.
They're gonna show Avowed, which comes out.
Folks,
next 2 weeks.
PlayStation has no games, folks. It's dead, folks. Folks.
Folks.
Fuck you, folks.
Vol-
Folks. Fuck you.
Volkswagen?
Folks.
Pokey Wokies.
Folk.
The thing is, too, it's like
Folklore. Folks. The new Fable game's called Folks.
I don't even think we're gonna see Fable.
yeah, it's
Oh, it's coming out next month, Frank. Come on, Fable. Phil loves
Yeah,
us. It's
okay.
coming out.
well, you know what we aren't going to see? We're not going to see the live service games that were canceled.
Oh, PlayStation's
Sony.
dead, Anthony. Holy shit.
They canceled the live service
Hashtag no
projects from
PlayStation
Ben
6
Studio,
because I'm an old fuck.
Ben
Thank
Studio and Blue Point Games. So that also came out after last week's show. I know Perry mentioned it earlier.
Get Ben
but that is
Studio.
in the news of Sony. Yeah, but it was from the Bloomberg report, and yeah, they
Bloomberg,
said
is
they
that the
wanted,
mayor of New York from back in the day?
He's a huge gaming journalist now, didn't you know?
He's
Yeah.
a huge journalist.
they said that they plan to do everything we can to ensure that there is a minimal business impact. So Ben Studios, obviously, they
What does that matter? They fired like 1 million people last year.
Yeah, and
Now they have
With-
feelings.
apparently,
Yeah, we just laid off a bunch of people last year. But don't worry, like we have feelings this time around. There won't be a major impact like there was last year.
so it's like they're really just trying to I guess throw out their live service ideas and start over.
Here's the thing, okay? And I spoke to Mike Mullis about this in the Discord. He
Yeah.
brought up a good point. They're trying to get rid of the Jim Ryan era. Jim Ryan signed
Completely.
out. Jim Ryan was trying to compete with Xbox with all these live service games. And the Sony of today doesn't want to do that. Especially after what just happened with Concord. They said, you know what? We're not into this. We're not good at this whole thing. So here we're done. We'll make
Helldivers was successful.
we'll make little crappy games like Helldivers too, but we're not going to invest like our whole portfolio into this whole thing right now.
And then they have to spend less on single player games because we're spending so much on single player
Right.
games, right? So where if they
And
don't
if
get
they're
a profit,
if they're putting Xbox games and Call of Duty and Fortnite on PlayStation, Sony's still making the money. I think Frank mentioned this too. Sony's still making the money without doing anything.
You have
They're not
no
making all of the
development
money, but
costs.
they're making a profit off of it. So what do they care?
You have
Sure.
0 development costs, but you get a percentage. So it's literally like sitting back and doing nothing, and you're getting money.
So
yeah,
I
it's
think
printing money for you.
I think Astrobot was a huge
Wake up call.
wake up call for them to be like, you know what? You got to go back to your roots. You got to go back to your history. You just got to make games that are fun, and you got to make games that are, they have variety to them.
Yeah.
Yep. They don't all have to be cinematic masterpieces.
Right. And
No.
I think hopefully they got that memo with his Astrobot situation. If they didn't, then yeah, they're fucked. They're in big trouble.
And you can still make it
You could do one cinematic game a year or every 2 years,
Yeah,
but you can
and
have a
not
bunch of
spend
fun
$300
games.
million. You know
Like-
what I mean?
That's what PlayStation was known for. The fun games that were all different genres, and it was fun. Just make PlayStation fun.
I think they know too.
That's
that
why
they can't-
PlayStation ruled. We all know that.
They really can't compete in the live service space anyway because
They can't, but
Call-
they can. They really need to sit
Well-
back and focus on one game.
right.
not get too excited.
Not
But
a
that
Concord, none of that horse shit. They need to pick one game in their library and be like, everyone loves this game. We need to listen to customer feedback. We need to make the best online version of this game that we can make.
Yeah.
And they need to
Stevie
follow
Mac.
the fan base.
Siphon filter, please.
Okay, but that's not a live service game. That's going back to like a single player game. And you could bring that game back. That could be one of the big games that they make a year or 2 years.
I know. I'm just saying in general. I know it's not live service, but you know.
I know
what
that,
mean?
but here's the reality with Siphon Filter. The guy that wrote those games, right? They don't like him. He's a fucking lunatic. So they're not going to do anything with that franchise. Siphon Filter's probably just dead.
Yeah.
That's the reality of the situation. Days Gone 2, it's not happening. Okay.
No, nobody even wants that.
Well, so like Stevie Mac said, they made him not do 2 to do this game that they just canceled. So it's like, what's next for Ben Studios? What do they get put on?
Well, that guy has nothing to do with Ben Studios anymore. They fired that guy the day
That's what I'm saying.
Days Gone
But
came
Ben
out.
Studios still has to move on to something
Well,
else.
Ben
that isn't a
Studios will
live
move on
service.
to a different game that's not live service.
Yeah.
I like to see a new single player experience from them.
I'm
even if
sure
it's
you're
not
gonna get
Siphon
that.
Filter, but
Twisted Metal, yes, RWK. That was one of the games they canceled. That was live service, which I think, because of the success of the TV show, they could have done that. That would have made them some money. That would have been a great game for this year.
that
This
would've been
dry
perfect.
year in 2024 that needed it. I think Twisted Metal could have held it up a little bit. But look at
Exactly.
Helldivers. It did really good. And then people were like, oh, the game's getting boring. So they need to like have a couple of these things ready to go out the gate.
Yeah,
But they-
Helldiver just got an update last month, right? So it's like they're trying to keep that moving.
Yeah, and I think it's doing all right. It's
still
not
has
it's not
people
doing
on it.
Fortnite numbers, obviously, but it's doing enough for them where they're content with it. They haven't
They
pulled the
make
game.
money. Yeah, they're making money off of it.
There's room.
And that game
in
didn't
that-
cost them as much as Concord, let's face it.
Nowhere near.
And here's the thing with Helldivers. The game is fun. That's the key word here is fun. You need to make fun games. Same thing with Xbox. Xbox is too fucking busy worrying about how many games they got coming out. It's like, guys, this is not last gen. You lost that gen. You're in a new gen. Start making fun games.
I think.
Well, we
I
have
think
this,
it-
we have that, we have this, and yeah, you got a lot of shit, but it ain't fucking moving. That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys got to go back to square one. It's all about having fun. But they're too worried about how much money they're going to make. Both these companies. That's the issue here. You have to make fun games. You don't make fun games, no one's going to play them. That's the end. That's the end of that whole thing. This game, Cruise and Blast, Nintendo has this game, okay? It's a fun game. If this had an online thing where you can buy cars and shit, it would be kind of popular. It wouldn't be as popular like Fortnite, but it would be popular. Popular?
Popular.
It would be popular. So this could work as a live service game. But I think you also need to build in your online as live service with a single player. And again, like Anthony said, you don't have to do cinematic games. You could do a decent campaign with a really good online.
Yeah, and
They
you can
just
still
need
make
to
it
go back.
cinematic and not blow that much money.
Right. That's the issue here. These companies have just gotten, and what really hurt it was the PlayStation exclusive thing, because
Yeah,
they got the fan base and they were like, well, we got to keep pumping these out and they're going to cost money, but we're just going to raise the price on everyone. You can't do that anymore. It's just not going to work.
You know, a game like Twisted Metal would have probably worked because that space isn't overcrowded. There's just Rocket League and
You
yeah,
know-
that's true.
Right. But you know what's going to hurt Twisted Metal? The fact that it was gone for 12 years.
yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's what they're upset about. Well, not what they're upset about, what they're worried about.
right.
If we invest in Twisted Metal, we have people saying they'll play it, but are those people within the last 12 years? Or are those people saying, oh, I'll play it and then just stop playing it after like a couple of times? I think that's what they're worried about with those
Yeah.
dormant IPs.
Well, they shouldn't have made them dormant to begin with. Those
Exactly.
bastards.
That's the issue. But
Well, the
again,
last Twisted Metal
that was a
pretty good.
casualty of the PlayStation 4 exclusives, third person over the shoulder boulder holder bullshit. That's why Twisted Metal was dormant. That's what I'm saying, man. That PlayStation 3, the ghost of the PS3 came back to haunt them. You need variety. The PlayStation 4 didn't have an identity. PlayStation 5 has no identity. You got to give it an identity. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it can't
That's
just
it.
be Last of Us for
Look
the
at
millionth
Xbox.
time.
Xbox has no identity. It's the Xbox. The Series X is just a souped up Xbox One. Even the fucking sounds are from the Xbox One. It's like, man, they don't change these sounds on the thing, the dashboard. The dashboard looks the fucking same. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I get it. But the
But it is
sounds are the
broken.
same. It's like, you don't update this. The Xbox 360 had so many updates. The dashboards were all different. You didn't even know you were playing the same machine half the time.
No.
Whenever Xbox did like the NXT updates or whatever, you felt like the new dashboard was like a new console.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember a lot of my
You don't
friends.
do
We all
that
stayed
anymore.
home.
It's the same
from
shit. You
school
see
to
the blocks
update
on
it.
the screen. I get it. It works, like I said. But the sounds are the same. Change the sounds. Make it fun.
Yeah, me and my friends, we all stayed home from school, and I remember we did the update, and we were just like, "Oh my god, this is like a new console!" And it had the avatars, and it had all the stuff. I just remember that so vividly, you know. And yeah, it was like a whole new machine.
Everyone wants this Xbox UI on stuff, but I don't really want it. I'm like, you could keep it.
Well, put it on everything, but update the UI for Christ's sakes. Make it look and sound different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like same thing with Nintendo.
Say, hey,
we were
this is
saying earlier.
2025. This is the new Xbox era. Like, here we go.
Yeah, that's why, like, if Nintendo for some reason, let's just say they kept the UI the same as a Switch, I'd be disappointed
Sam
because
Fisher.
it's like update it, make it feel new, make it stand out, make it to where if you know a fan brings it home, they're like, oh shit, this is the new shit, you know, have it stick out, and I'm sure they might show some of that on April 2nd, but you get what I'm saying, like, I agree with what you're saying, like, make it feel like it's
You better.
new.
This is an echo chamber podcast.
I know, right? I like the blades as well, Wesson. Those are awesome. Yeah, I agree. You know, and I think they just need to. Sony needs to figure out where they're going. I'm sure we'll get a state of play in these next few months. Probably before Nintendo even goes, we'll get a state of play. Probably next month, maybe March. So let's see.
Listen, Sony took a year off for a reason. Okay.
They got something behind.
They
the
took a
scenes.
year off to turn around and reevaluate what they're doing. And I think in the middle of that, Astrobot kind of showed them like, hey, whatever we thought earlier this year, whatever we were reevaluating, we might have to reevaluate again.
Yeah.
Which is good because Astrobot was a breath of fresh air. And that game was a game that showed you don't need all that crazy money to be a big game. And it's just fun. If it's fun, people will come and play it.
Right.
That's just the way that how do you think Nintendo gets away with all this shit? They make fun games. Why do you think the Switch outsold the PlayStation 2 finally? Because it's got fun games that people want to play. They don't run great, but they're fun to play. This game,
Yeah.
Cruise and Blast, this game would probably look and run 10 times better on the Switch too. But guess what? It's a fun game to play on the Switch. That's all it's about. If the game is fun, people will show up and play the game. We got people in the chat room that are saying this game looks great. I'm sure one or two of these people in the chat are going to buy this game.
Yeah. And it'll be backwards compatible anyway, so it's good.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, maybe when we end the show, Iceman and Carlos are going to go out, you know what? I'm going to buy this game digital. It's on sale for $20. I'm going to play it. They don't care. As long as they can play it and it's fun. That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah, and discovering new stuff that you're always like, oh shit, that actually is really good, you know, because sometimes some things get lost in the shuffle because there is a lot of
He
stuff.
did. He bought it. We sold the game.
There you go.
Yeah.
And we weren't even going to play this clip today. But you see how this works?
And that was topical because we talked about Nintendo for the first like
right, but
almost 2 hours.
He doesn't even have the volume on. And he bought the game.
Yeah.
He's like, this game
Oh,
looks
wait
fun.
till
I'm
you
just going to buy it.
Wait till you hear that music. You're gonna love it.
Oh, the music is awesome. But that's what I'm saying. If the games are fun, people will show up and pick this stuff up. That's
and
what
I
it's
think
all about.
Astrobot
Enough
just-
with the milking the customer and all that. Yeah, unfortunately, not everyone could be Fortnite. But you know what? Instead of trying to make your own Fortnite game, try to buy them. You want that money so bad? Put your money where your mouth is. Buy them, and then you'll get all that money. Go ahead, Ant.
Yeah. Oh no, I was just saying, yeah, it's you know, it's just all about those fun games, and I think, you know, you have a lot of different things that I think with Sony specifically, you have to look at Astrobot as something that, like you said, kind of like a wake up call. And
Astrobot's the measuring stick for where you need to go.
yeah, it really took people by surprise. It was a game that clearly, hit its marks, and there's nothing wrong with more of that. And also games that, again, like you can really get away with not spending, hundreds of millions of dollars. And I know things are expensive, and I know, games are that, but like even Astrobot, I remember we looked up the budget. I mean, it wasn't too crazy. And they definitely made back their money. So it's like, just find something in the middle. And I think Sony has been quiet for a reason. We'll definitely see that come around the corner. So, between the Xbox Developer Direct tomorrow that we're going to cover, which is hopefully just the beginning of what they got to show us this year, we'll see.
RWK, take care, buddy.
Take care, man.
And
RWK, listen, I understand, but I'm not retweeting anything political. I'm sorry. Like, we just don't do that. I understand where you're coming from, and I'm not saying you're wrong or anything, but I'm not gonna retweet. Like, we're not gonna retweet that stuff. If it has anything to do with politics, we're just gonna stay out of that. We're not in that arena, and I'm just being honest with you, man. It's nothing personal. You again, if I could speak. Again, if you want to retweet that all you want, great. You showed it to me. I saw it. I see what you're saying, but I'm not going to be retweeting anything politically. I don't do that.
Yeah, there's some gamers that dabble into both. We're not one
because
of them.
Then somebody sees that and they're like, oh, this guy must think this way or that way. And it's like, no, man, I don't want to be involved.
Yeah, we're just gaming.
It didn't say anything. Yeah, but it's a political thing. The guy's cursing somebody out, so.
Yeah, and again, this is a guy that...
If that's the same tweet. If you're sending me something else, I'll look at it. But that tweet from earlier was him cursing somebody else. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, and that guy alone always...
And it's Dust Golem. Why would we want to promote that guy anyway?
No, he's the one that's saying, all the leaks are bullshit, even though he's the one that said the RE leaks. You know what I mean?
He said his own leaks are bullshit.
Yeah. That's what he always does.
Yeah, Dreadpool is right, man. It's best to stay. Again, it's RWK. It's nothing personal. I'm not saying you're wrong or the guy's right or anything. I'm saying I'm out of it, buddy.
No, it's a fair place to stay at,
Yeah.
With Astrobot 2, if they made more games like that, it's kind of like more of a reason to pick up the console. Like, I know it's arguable. Oh, it's a kid's game. It's like that game's only on PlayStation.
It was a kid's game that everyone ran out and bought that were adults because it was fun.
Right.
Yeah, it works both ways. It's like what Nintendo does. A lot of their games.
Exactly, Dreadpool. He's got it, man. Anyone can misinterpret anything. There you go. That's the issue. All right, RWK, take care, buddy. Thanks for watching. And thanks for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. Shout out to RWK.
See, man.
I'm curious as to why you dislike Dust Golem because he's not that. I'm not that familiar with. Oh man,
it's just it's hard to. He has a strange history of, of just saying a bunch of leaks that he knows, quote unquote, knows or has inside information, and then he'll backpedal and say, I didn't say that, or all that stuff's bullshit, or he will claim, because then when he is right and he guesses, he plays, oh, see, I told you I was right.
Yeah, he's just some fucking weirdo.
Doesn't actually make content, doesn't really, but like again, sometimes I have to talk about some of the stuff he's saying because everybody's going to ask me, hey, is this right? Is this true? And it's like, don't believe anything until Capcom says something,
Dude, I'm going to give you a funny example. I'm going to send you the tweet of this later. I retweeted this. There was a guy who tweets about like wrestling.
Yeah.
He like retweets stuff. And one of these like dirt sheet guys for wrestling wrote something and this guy twisted it and said, look what this guy wrote her. He held the spaces. The guy went in the spaces, the writer. And he's like, man, what are you talking about? And the guy who like retweeted it and twisted it was like, are we really doing this? And the guy sounded like he was a Poindexter.
Are we really doing this?
Yeah, are we really doing it? Are we really doing this? And he's like, yeah, we're fucking really doing this. You're calling me out on this and that. You've emailed me several times, blah, blah. And, people need to know. He's like, Are we really doing this? Are we really doing it? And he was like, I have everything here. I got all the emails you used to send me. You're trying to get information from me, blah, blah, blah. And I was nice to you. Are we really doing this? And then he pulls him out of the call. And him and his little friends were like, yeah, you see, that guy's crazy. He came in here to start a fight. It's like these little nerdy assholes. And that guy changed his whole handle today.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Because he knew. People saw that and were like, this guy's an idiot. Because nobody knew how this guy sounded.
Are we really doing this?
Yeah, he really sounded like a little dork.
A little dork.
Anthony, you got to listen to this. Be like, yo, I want to punch this guy. I don't even know who he is. That's what I'm saying. You get all these like crazy, like creepy people on the internet. Anyway, that's an example. You know what? I'm going to send that to you now because I want to get your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Back to what we were saying before too. These little the smaller games, that's what kind of gives the console an identity. We're saying
Yeah.
PlayStation doesn't really have an identity right now. It's like stuff like Astrobot kind of does that. for them.
Absolutely.
So hopefully they'll keep doing games like that because that's what we need.
Yeah, and sometimes it's funny how it doesn't take anything like
Retweeting
Crazy.
wallpaper. Sorry if anyone's in my feed. I've been retweeting wallpaper, but I've been retweeting it so I could save it later and then I'll unretweet it.
Oh, you tweeted a Gengar one today. That was pretty cool, actually.
Sometimes I tweet it so my wife can see it and she could download it. That's why I tweet the Pokemon and the cats and stuff like that. That's for my wife.
You know, I never.
And I
changed my
was
wallpaper
tweeting.
on
I
my
was
phone.
tweeting Hello Kitty, and that's for her, obviously.
Nah, it's for you. You're gonna get Island Adventure.
No,
too.
it's not. I don't know anything about Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty roller rescue.
She
Hello
goes
Kitty,
to.
roller
She told
rescue.
you, Anthony, she was going to meet you there that one time. The one for the truck. It's in New Jersey.
Oh yeah.
She goes to the fucking truck. I stay home. If I cared about Hello Kitty, I'd go with her.
You pre-ordered the $100 edition of Island Adventure.
Well, these guys are really tweeting out God of War and Breath, Tears of the Kingdom on fucking
Yeah, I
Xbox.
saw that. It's so bad.
Tomorrow will be perfectly balanced. Are these guys stupid?
They're stupid.
Can you guys? Oh,
You
why
know,
don't
there's a
guys
lot of
talk
people
about-
that really shouldn't be on the internet. Oh, fuck. Oh, you posted this, Frank. What the hell's wrong with you? You keeping this from everybody?
What did I do?
How do you not bring this up?
What?
The Terminator from Terminator 1 is coming to Black Ops 6
Oh,
and Warzone.
yeah.
Finally,
yeah,
we're getting
yeah.
a good skin.
And he's
We were
wearing
just saying that.
He's wearing the clothes from the club
Oh fuck!
with the chain and everything.
Like the punk clothes.
I'm going
That's
to
awesome.
send Anthony a picture now. How did you hold this from us?
We were
not-
just saying,
I'm waiting to buy a fucking skin and they're tweeting this out and you're not telling nobody.
We were just saying we needed new skins.
It's not
like the
Bill
other day.
Paxton.
Well, I'm going to tell you something fucked up about Black Ops.
Here, Anthony, listen.
They made a LA Fires skin,
Oh,
and I'm
shit,
like, what
that's
the?
awesome.
And I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Oh no.
Dude,
Oh,
that
yeah,
skin
but
looks awesome.
It
that,
looks really cool. It looks
that
freaking
LA
sick.
thing. All the money goes towards the proceeds.
That's what they say.
Yeah,
Yeah, they say the same
I'm
thing
buying
about.
that
Never
Terminator
mind.
thing. I've been saving up my COD points.
Oh.
I'm buying it.
Hang on, I'm gonna
Like it.
find this thing for you, Anthony.
I just hope it's not like $30.
'Cause you can
but I
either
want
buy
it.
his skin, or you can buy like the Terminator. Like
Oh
the
yeah, they have
actual, like-
the skeleton, the T.
I never actually bought COD points. They have
Yeah,
them in
for the
packs. I'm
skeleton.
assuming.
You can actually get them on CD keys for a little cheaper, or I think if you have Game Pass.
I
they're
tried to
cheaper, too.
buy them because I was gonna buy the LA thing,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't let me buy it through the Xbox.
Really?
Yeah, it said I had to go to the website and buy it.
Oh,
That's so
you
stupid.
should. That's strange.
It wouldn't let me buy the fucking points.
Because I think you get a discount too
Yes.
for having Game Pass.
But it's like maybe because I was on the TV. I don't fucking know.
Oh, maybe.
It should all work though. Microsoft, you want to make money? Let me buy shit on the TV. Everything's an Xbox, bitch.
Yeah, they
Why don't-
finally got a good skin. Like after
Yeah,
all.
that's.
Anthony, I'm sending this to you. I want you to listen to this. You know what? You guys all listen to this for like a minute.
Okay.
I'll listen to it, but I'll mute myself so I don't interrupt. what they're
Listen to
hearing.
that, how fucking nerdy and shitty that guy sounds. And the guy, the reporter, is just going after him. He's like, you know what, man? You're gonna say this? Any questions, chat room, for me while everyone's listening to this? You don't have to listen to the whole thing. Just like a minute. Listen to it and then go to the end where he hangs up on him.
Sheepish.
And all
of a
his
sudden.
nerdy friends like, see?
He already sounds nerdy as fuck. Holy shit.
That's a creature that works at GameStop. He's a clout chaser. He puts news that's right maybe 10% of the time and cries when people put out reports that make his tweets look wrong. I'm glad you said that about Anthony, Stevie Mac, because I thought the same thing.
Dude, he buried him at one point. He just goes off on him.
Go to the end where he hangs up on him.
I just was from it.
It's so
Yeah, I'm
stupid.
at 10:01.
Weston's having a great time
He
here.
hangs up with him at like 7:30. Wow.
Well, he
was
didn't hang
he
up
was-
with him. He kicked him out of the room.
Yeah. He was roasting him, and the guy was like, got him out of there. That's crazy. Oh my god, that's awesome. I gotta listen to the whole thing later. That's great. He really like went off on
Are we
him.
really doing
Holy
this?
shit.
Are we really doing this?
He did not think the guy.
And he
gonna
was
call him
talking
out.
about like how the championships like are real things, and it's like, guy, it's wrestling. It's fake.
It's just wrestling. Are we really doing this?
Are we really doing this?
He's just saying.
Come on, man.
You're the one that started it.
Come on. Can't really be doing this.
That's a guy. That's a guy who hit somebody, and then the guy comes back at him, and he's like, "Are we really doing this? We're really doing
Yeah,
this?"
he acted all
It's
tough.
like, what do
on,
you
I just-
expect to happen?
I barely punched you. Please don't punch me anymore. Barely hit you.
That's what he sounds like.
It's hilarious.
Uh,
Ooh.
I guess Fred's not doing anything crazy.
Fred, come on. are
So
we
why don't
really
you
doing
guys talk about the TV you got? You checked out Xbox on
Hang
it?
on, what's this guy saying? What'd you say,
What?
Fred? Frank? What'd you say to Fred?
I said, Fred, are we really doing this?
Yeah, why don't you guys talk about the Samsung TV you got?
Oh,
You
I
played
can't
Xbox on it?
retweet anything anymore because I've ran my limit. You've
Ah,
reached your
shit.
daily limit for this action. Hey, Elon. Okay. Instead of making hand gestures like a fucking idiot, why don't you learn how to run a fucking website, you piece of shit? I can't retweet a fucking item for what? It's a
Why can't
spam
you
filter.
retweet it?
Then why am I on this app?
Well, and it's also the next day. It's after midnight. So how you didn't even tweet anything today?
Hey, you know what, man? Fuck this website. I'm gonna quit this fucking shit. I'm on here all the time. I don't never have an issue, but now it's an issue.
Yeah,
Oh,
me
you
too.
can't retweet. Then why is the retweeting button even there? You don't want people to use it. Why is it there? Get rid of it.
Something's up with
And
the
he will
website,
get
though,
rid of it.
because I couldn't load it before for no reason. So I don't know.
This guy sucks. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I'm trying to retweet wallpaper so I could download it later. Now I have to fucking like it and I have to go to my page later and dig for it. Learn how to make a website, fuckface.
Lame.
Hey, we didn't even talk about the best news.
What's that?
Hank Hill's coming to Fortnite.
That is true.
That's
I'm
awesome.
I'm getting him.
God damn it,
That's pretty
Bobby.
cool.
The last
Because-
people that I unlocked in Fortnite was Metallica when I played. I didn't buy it, but I, played to unlock them. I never actually bought like a skin.
Well, they're putting him in there because the reboot's coming out.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They're getting ready.
Well, why don't you guys talk about the TV you got? You guys played Call of Duty on it. It looked good.
Did we
That
talk
happened
about
after
that
we
last
streamed.
week, or did we get the
No,
TV
it-
this week?
It was 2 days after the show
I bought the TV on a Friday.
on the 17th. You guys
Bought
were
it
live.
a while ago, but we hooked it up the other day.
But yeah, you hooked it up
Friday.
but you didn't talk about like your experience hooking it up and playing Call of Duty on
All
it.
right, so I
You
went
did a
to
video
Best
on it.
Buy last week. I don't even know when. And by the way, that guy, he pulled up my account, but he didn't put it on my account.
Oh,
So I had to pray to God I still have the receipt because I have a 5-year warranty on that stupid TV. I still have the warranties for the OLEDs on my account, but that TV is not on there. I gave him my phone number and he rung me right out, so I don't know why it's not on there.
Did he click like another thing on the rewards?
I don't know. The guy was trying to sell me a remote and a sound bar, and when I was having when I was trying to get the seat down in my car, he goes, "Okay, sir, we're just gonna go now. Bye." Like he didn't even try to help. He just shoved the fucking TV in the car and walked away.
he left you? Wow.
Yeah, because I had the tire. I had to bring my my spare tire. It was in the trunk. I had to put it in the front seat with me, but I had a bunch of stuff in the back, so I had to. I didn't even realize how much shit. I have like a ColecoVision in my car. I was like, "What the hell did this come from?"
You never know when you're gonna need it.
I never even hooked that thing up. Anyway, I threw everything in the front of the car, and I had to put the seat down. But I had to hurry up. I didn't realize I had to take the top of the heads off to put the seats down flat. But I wasn't thinking. And they go, "All right, guys, see you later." It's a young guy again. These young guys don't know what they're doing.
I always help them literally until they shut the door and it fit in their car. Like I would not just leave.
Yeah, no, he left me with the
No.
doors open.
No.
It's like, "Oh yeah, you have to figure out with your stuff and your tire."
So a
Batman,
lot of
what's up?
times we had to take the hand truck with us too. Yeah, I couldn't let the customer use it, so I was like, or the TV.
No,
cart.
this
we
guy
used to
slid
have,
the
like, those
TV in,
carts.
but he like slid in like diagonally because the seats wouldn't go all the way down in the back. So he like slid it like where it was
like
leaning.
halfway.
Yeah, it was leaning, and there was like a gap in between the TV and the seats. I had shipping boxes from the post office. They were folded out, so I put them underneath that to like give it some sort of a pressure, so it's like kind of evened out. These guys didn't give a fuck. They didn't know what they were doing. Anyway, I got the TV, 85-inch Samsung Tizen, open box. Now, when I went there last week, it was 570 or something. Well, I looked online. It dropped to 478. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go there and see if I can get this thing a little bit cheaper. I go there and I tell the guy goes, "That TV is $411.99. I was like, I'll take the TV.
Not bad for the Rumble.
Got the 5-year warranty on it because Frank says if it breaks within 5 years and they can't fix it, if they're even around in 5 years,
I know at this
If it-
point it's hard to say.
if it breaks and they can't fix it, they give me the money back.
Yeah,
They
give
put
you
it
a
on
gift
a-
card.
A gift card and I can buy whatever I want. Maybe I can buy the new Xbox with it or another Switch. All right. So I said, all right, just do it. Paid for it. They put it in the car. I drove back to the house. I drove back to the shop. I took it out of the car by myself and brought it into the shop by myself.
That's insane.
Or am I lying? No, I'm lying. I didn't do that.
I'm like, wait a minute. How did? There's no way. You
Okay,
did that,
I went to
bro.
the shop and I looked and I said, I can't get this out of the car by myself. So I went home. My wife came home. I met my wife at the shop and then we got it out.
You picked it up by yourself.
Okay, listen, this is why I got that confused because I even talked about it on here. When my mom moved into her house last year, I lifted a 75-inch fucking Insignia TV by myself into the garage and up the stairs and into the living room.
Jeez.
This guy did that by himself because nobody was home. It was just me.
Remember when we were moving stuff and you just had a surge of energy and you grabbed that like 50-inch TV and you just ran up the stairs with it? It was crazy.
Oh yeah.
You literally became like the Hulk out of nowhere. You're just like, oh, and you ran up.
You know what it was? I was tired. I just wanted it to end.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna grab this TV, and if it breaks, it breaks. Whatever. I'm just gonna grab it and carry it upstairs.
I wish you could have done that with the 85-inch when we were putting it out.
Okay, so I lied about that. So anyway, yes, but the 75 I did by myself because nobody was home. And it's kind of one of those things where you don't want to come back. You just want to drop the TV off and bring it upstairs and leave.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to come back. I had to come back the next day to hook it up, but yeah, this one I waited for her. We brought it in. And it was weird because you have to hold it from the bottom, but there's not much of a bottom to it. And the frame is very thin. And it looked like the TV was wobbling when we were carrying it in. I was like, oh my God, this TV is going to crack. Anyway, it didn't crack. So I had to order the feet for it. And those were like $35. I didn't get the official feet. I got like third-party feet. And we hooked that up. That was the thing too, because we had to lift it on its side. I kept the bubble wrap on it because we needed Frank to come help us and lift the TV.
We had to lift it like...
I had to
how
hook
many
up the
feet
feet with the bubble wrap on. I had to stick my head in the bubble wrap and drill it into it's crazy.
We had to lift the TV
Because
like,
we
I'd
don't
say
want to take
4
the bubble wrap off, lift the TV and like squeeze it and break it. And so that was it. And then we did the sound bar, and the sound bar was a piece of shit. I made him buy like a $300 Samsung sound bar that was on open box for like $150 or $60 or something.
It was like a $400 sound bar.
Okay,
So it was
well, you
pretty
bought
good.
it, and I was like, this is great. It sounds like shit. It sounds like a fucking $10 sound bar. If Dollar Tree sold it, that's what it sounded like.
Like a Big Lots RCA sound bar. Like,
Really?
It was horrible.
So we returned it, and he got a brand new Samsung that was a 2.1. The one that he bought was a 3.1. All right, whatever, 2.1. It sounds like shit. So I was like, all right, we'll figure it out. So I ordered a Polk used.
Polky polk, folks.
And that thing, I hooked it up today. It's very loud. It's not as loud as it should be, but it is loud.
The polks we had back when I worked there were okay.
Okay, but right now, I'm telling you, this is the loudest sound bar out of those two Samsungs.
You didn't get the algae?
No, I didn't do that.
You didn't get the algae soundbar?
Life's good.
Life's good.
He returned one of them. He might have to return another one.
Yeah.
What's the
have
best
what?
soundbar, Anthony? Sony or LG? Fuck all this other stuff.
I would say if I had to pick, I would say Sony, but
The problem is they're just not getting loud anymore. And I don't know if that's because they're trying to protect people's ears.
maybe
My ears are fucked, so it doesn't matter one way or the other.
look, at least when I worked there, I can't say for the new models now, but the 2.1 Sonys are actually pretty loud. But
We used
I
to
don't
buy
know
the
if they-
Samsungs, no problem, for the shop.
that one you have for the shop's awesome.
Yeah, they don't make them like
The
that
one you
anymore.
have for the TV cart is also awesome.
Yes, I know.
That's because what did we buy that 2018? When did we build that?
2017, 2018,
17, 18.
2019.
Yeah, so it's like what
something, I don't know.
happened? What the hell happened? Like, did they just cheapen on the manufacturing?
I'm
Did,
sure
like,
they
make-
did. It's like Beats headphones. Like they're just not loud anymore. Ever since Dr. Dre fucking sold them, Apple put some chip in there that like screwed up the volume. Let me
We
tell
have
you
to, like-
something. I bought $500 Apple headphones that don't get loud, and I sent that shit back. I'm tired of this stuff. Can you make headphones that are loud, please? Some of us
Okay.
need them.
Yo, the Sony headphones and noise canceling headphones, best headphones I've ever had. And I just got them for Christmas. I got them for Cali a few years ago, but now I have them and it's awesome.
The
man.
Beats Studio 2s, okay? Those were the best. The Studio 3s are shit because that was the first one that Apple took over. The current ones up until last year were no good because I bought them. They're right
Yeah.
here, actually. They just don't get loud anymore, and they do it because they want to protect people's ears and shit. It's like, no, my ears are fucked. I need the loud bass. I need the loud noise.
Yeah, what I like about the Sony ones is it literally cancels out the noise like big time. So when I put them on at the gym, I can't hear anything. I can't hear people talking. I can't hear people.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I can't even hear the fucking music because these things are so low.
I'm curious what you would feel, how you would feel about these. I mean, they're not cheap, but they are really good, and wireless and all that stuff. And
How much
you
are
put
they?
your hand. You put your hand on it, and it then you can hear what people are saying. You know what I mean? If you take it off, it goes right back to noise canceling. But because you can't hear outside noise, in my opinion, it makes it louder because
Right,
I
because you're not
can't
hearing
hear
nothing else.
Yeah, you can't hear anything else.
These
so when
are
I
noise
crank it up,
cancellation.
which
They're
I
good.
saw-
The beats, but the problem is it just doesn't get loud enough. It really just doesn't get loud enough.
Right.
If I take my Beats Studio 2s, okay, they're cracked. They work, but they're cracked. If I take those out right now and put them in, they're the best headphones ever made.
Yeah.
It just sucks. Anyway, but this is happening with the soundbar. And from what I'm reading online, by the way, it's not just me because I read the reviews. Everyone's saying the same thing. They're like, we paid money and you could barely hear this thing. One guy's like, I have this at 100. Nobody could hear anything.
So they're cutting corners. They're doing
They're
something.
cutting corners with that shit.
By the way, we have till February 2nd to return. I just checked.
All right, good. The Rumble is the first. Return it on
Yeah,
the second
well,
in case we need it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I put the headphones I have in the chat. They have different colors, but
Or return them and get Sony's and then we'll try those out.
Whatever you want to do. If you want me to return it and switch
And they'll
it,
be
just
like, it's that guy with those kids.
just send her with it, and I'll do it. Whatever you want. Just let me
Yeah,
know.
all right.
That's the guy with those kids.
The guy with those babies, and he's always getting these sound bars and returning them.
He keeps returning them. I don't care. Whatever.
I'm going to be honest with you. They're probably not going to be in business that long.
And they don't. It's just the way it is. Like, what are they gonna do? That's their policy.
They're just going to resell them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
Guy didn't even open the other one. He just was like, okay.
the Polk one seems like it's going to be okay. It's not great, but it's not bad at all. It's louder than the other ones. Playing the game, I can actually hear the gunfire.
yeah, it's kind of nuts. I mean, you see stuff kind of trickle down in quality over years. It sucks. Where it's like, oh man, I only had to spend this much and it sounded pretty good. Now it's like, no, it sounds like crap because they're definitely doing something cheaper than they used to,
Yeah.
or cutting corners, and it sucks.
I had to
Because
look
if you could
those-
just duplicate the sound bars you already have at the shop, you'd be fine. And you thought you were doing that, and then it's like, no, it's completely different now. It's like, why'd you have to fuck with a good thing?
They always do that.
Yeah, it's
Like
it
this,
sucks.
the Samsung soundbar. I would just buy them and they would just work.
Yeah,
My dad bought one. I was like, get the Samsung soundbar. He got it. He's calling me up, cursing me on the phone. It doesn't work. What do you mean it doesn't work? You just took it out of the box. You sure it's plugged in? No, it doesn't work. He's cursing me out. And it was like, wow. The one time I tell him what soundbar to buy, it doesn't work. But then when we bought the soundbar, when everyone, what was that, a couple of years ago when you guys slept at the shop,
Yeah.
Anthony? Remember the plug for that soundbar out of the box? The plug was no good.
damn.
The plug just didn't work. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I remember, because sometimes you do get like just kind of like bad ones off the belt, basically off the manufacturing belt, but it's like, man, something's got to be going on because if you make this stuff cheap and it's still like if you got it brand new, not open box, and you're spending full price, what the fuck are we doing? No wonder why there's open box models, because people are probably like, what the fuck is this? Just brought it back. And sometimes you would see the open box graveyard of the same like model when I worked there, and you would be like, oh man, something's wrong with that one. Gotta not sell people on that one, But sometimes it's the cheaper option, so people go with it, and then it's like that's good. But sometimes when they dip in quality like this, it sucks. Because like I'm looking here, like the cheapest 2.1 Sony is $300. You know what I mean? And it's not on sale. It's a 2.1 with a subwoofer.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Let me tell you something. I still have my sound bar, my Samsung from 2010 downstairs in the garage. That thing would murder all these sound bars.
Which one do you have in the basement on the TV stand? Which one is that?
That's an LG. That was an open box one we just bought.
That's a good one too. We used to.
It is a good
when
one. It's loud.
We watched the movies down there. It's really loud. Or when we played games,
I play
there
music
for-
down there sometimes. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I got the Sony one on sale for like $220 or something.
Yeah.
And
That's
the
not
one I
bad.
have in here.
Yeah, they'll definitely go on sale.
I have a Sony one in the living room. We never use it. I don't even know if it's good or not.
I don't know anymore because these all suck for some reason.
Yeah.
Problem.
Because again, like again, it could happen. I'm saying, oh yeah, get the Sony, and if they make the Sony shitty, it's gonna sound like shit. It's like from when I was there, they at least made them good. But I can't speak for the newest models because I'm just not
That's
around
what I'm
it
saying.
as much
Like
anymore.
they're doing something with these new models, and it just sucks.
Yeah.
It's like they purposely want you to buy like these $1,000 ones by making the cheapy ones like just really no good.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
The top ones for the Sony say sound quality, easy setup, and bass, and then the negatives is connectivity issues or remote control. So I don't know what that means, but
Well, so my Sony one had a bad delay the longer it would be on until I switched it to ARC, and then now I don't have a delay.
Right.
So I don't know. But this one's optical and I don't have a delay. So
yeah, this Sony one has
Yeah.
ARC and optical, and then yeah, it's their 2.1, $299 right now, but that's an option. There's food for thought, but yeah, it sucks, man. I hate that shit.
Yeah,
And of course, when you, like you said, like sometimes when you recommend, like, yeah, get this one, and then someone gets it, and then they have a problem with it, you're like, of course, like the one time
well, that happened with you with me.
some-
You told me to buy all this equipment and shit didn't work.
Yeah, and I felt bad. I'm like, dude, this guy's gonna fucking
Has
murder
no-
me. Like
has
I'm gonna
nothing
be
to do with
threatened.
you.
No, but
I can have
it's just
fun,
like
but
No,
it's
I
not
know.
your problem.
no, it's there's it's always tough when you're trying to adjust stuff just to what suits you, and you know, and it's for everybody. Everyone has a personal thing, so it's always tough to find like something that's good that you know is still made with quality that is something you want to have for years. You don't want to have to go out and replace it in a year or two and be like, you know what, I don't really like that. You want to spend the money and just have it done.
That's why
And
the
with
Amazon return, it was time to return all that stuff.
They give you plenty
That's
of time.
why I
and
bought
then-
this thing because I was like, you know what? I tried everything. I'm going to try this. If this doesn't work, I'm just going to
Yeah.
go back to my Yeti.
Yeah.
And it worked. It's fine.
You found the sweet spot, and
That means
Best Buy still
you
have-
to buy money. You have
Yeah.
to spend money. I mean, buy money.
because Best Buy still does 14 days, right?
yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, and they dropped the price of the NCAA game to 20 on the day of my return.
Wow.
That was the day I was there for the
Ugh.
TV. It was $20. I was like, oh, I'm going to go home and price match it. I went home and it was like, nope, your return was yesterday.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
I was like, thanks. I paid $27 for it.
I saw Frank got the best play of the game on the TV, streaming through the app.
Streaming.
On the TV streaming. Dude,
Damn.
playing that game on there is like being native. Like they got it. They got it down pat. We wired the TV
Of course.
and it is beautiful as far as
That's
just doing
awesome.
that. So I can't wait till they release that Xbox app for the LG TV. They're saying it's only for newer models at first, but let's see what happens. Maybe they'll put it on the old models too.
Yeah. If not, they'll sell you a Fire Stick 4K, and
Yeah, fuck
that will
that.
do it. That's cool though that you did that. I guess the other thing I have is the ESRB Resident Evil listings.
Let's talk
kinda-
Resident Evil.
Let's talk Resident Evil. It all started at the beginning of the week. People started coming into my chat saying, yo, did you hear there's a Resident Evil 6
There's
listing on
Resident
ESRB
Evil
for the
6
Xbox
listed.
Series?
ESRB. Let's talk Resident Evil. Let's talk Resident Evil with Anthony.
Resident Evil Chew. What he says in the...
Anthony.
There you go.
Yeah, it all started with Resident Evil 6, and people were like,
That's the best one. Come on.
it's the best one, right?
What
They
are
started.
they gonna do?
It was so
Like,
good that
I-
Frank and I played it a year ago. We never went back.
I don't know. Maybe they're gonna give it like a higher frame rate. I don't know. I mean, it looks like so, and it's funny because these aren't listed for PS5 yet. I'm sure they will be. But yeah, Resident Evil 6 is on the ESRB. The only difference, though, now it says in-game purchases. So I don't know if they're gonna have like an unlock all or
is
an
this what
infinite
they
ammo.
announced tomorrow from the legendary Japanese franchise?
No. Some people were joking about that, but I think this is just like another port Capcom thing. I was telling Perry in the chat last night. They do this shit all the time. So I know people are going to be like, I don't want to buy RE4 again. I don't want to buy RE6 again or Origins Collection.
You're going to
That's
have
fine.
to, because guess what? Life's moved on from the PlayStation 4. Because if you think about it, you dumb fucks, because nobody pays attention, they discontinued those games on the PlayStation 4 years ago. Capcom wants a few extra bucks. So
Yep,
guess
and
what? They're going to sell them on the PlayStation 5 because they know all you motherfuckers are going to collect them and do unboxing video and put them on a shelf, your wall of virginity. That's why they're going to re-release them again. Okay?
Wall of Virginity.
And Carlos, he's gonna find the map and he's gonna go out and buy them all.
Oh, it all comes back to the map.
Nice hearing from you, Carlos.
Come on,
sounds just
Carlos.
like it.
You guys want to buy those games? Yeah, come on.
Yeah, so Resident Evil 6 got listed on there. Resident Evil 4 2005 got listed on there. Resident Evil Origins Collection got listed on there. And Resident
Yeah.
Evil 7 got listed on there. But it's interesting about Resident Evil 7 because they didn't put out Resident Evil 2 Remake, 3 Remake, and 7 on Xbox recently for the series. They only re-released them physically for the PS5. So I guess they're going to just put these on Xbox without producing discs. I don't know if you're going to see a disc for Origins Collection for.
But they made a commitment to physical.
They made a commitment. Yeah, I don't know, because they're not doing any releases. It looks like physically, but again, these are specifically for the series console, specifically.
Excuse me.
So it says Series, Xbox Series, and what I think they're going to do digitally is essentially they're going to replace the Xbox One version on those consoles, and now it's just going to be the updated Series version with maybe a
Right,
little
instead
bit
of that just being a patch, it's going to be those. Maybe that has to do with I don't know why, but the xCloud thing. Maybe, I don't know.
It could be.
Oh, so you could stream them.
Yeah, I mean they're already streamable except for a 4 remake, which come on Xbox, it's streamable on PlayStation for God's sakes.
Yeah, that's a little strange.
Yeah, I don't like that. I want to play it on Xbox and I can't.
Yeah, it's we don't know what's gonna go on with like Capcom like actually putting out an announcement, but like 10 out of 10 times when we see these listings on the ESRB, something is coming, like the last time this happened when Resident Evil hit GOG, there was ESRB listings for it, and we're like, oh, it's coming to PC.
Good old
And-
games.
Good old games.
Preserve physical media in the refrigerator, says the bat.
Oh shit. GOG.
Batman, GOG. Good old games.
Gag.
Good games. There is no reason to preserve physical media because I am Satan in Minecraft, and I will burn all your physical media in hell in Minecraft. So, you will listen to me in Minecraft. Don't collect physical media, it's a waste of time and money, you stupid people.
I'm gonna bury your physical media at 3 a.m. Yeah, it's
We will bang on your windows at 3 o'clock in the morning.
We will bang on your windows at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Has to be 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
If you bang on my windows at 258, I won't be scared. But if you do
Yeah.
it at 3,
It has to be 3. Fred, what's your favorite scary movie?
My favorite scary movie. The Postman.
that's scary.
All right,
That
I'm
is
hanging
scary.
up now.
That movie's a dose of melatonin.
Didn't Nick watch that and he said it wasn't bad? He's like, it wasn't as bad as you
No.
made it out to be. Was it him?
I don't think it was Nick. No, he didn't watch that.
I swear to God, I think I told him to do it and he did it.
Maybe he could have. He's never talked to me about it.
Because he's
I
a
don't,
dream
I
when
don't
he sat
remember.
through
He
it.
still never
Maybe
got
he's-
back to me about the thing, the Nuketown, Holiday Nuketown.
Oh yeah,
He read it and he never messaged me back.
son of a bitch.
He's embarrassed about it.
He's got to talk to the developers now. Yeah. That's gonna be Fred walking into work in 4 hours.
Rude.
Come on, Fred, wake up! Wake up!
He has to wake up in less than 4 hours.
Yeah.
We got a $500 super chat!
Hey, listen.
What?
If somebody donates enough,
Now
to buy
look
me a
here.
Switch-
Look, listen.
If somebody donates enough to buy me a Switch 2, I will shave my beard and glue it to Fred's head.
Yeah,
If Fred allows it.
I don't care.
But I need a Switch 2 for that.
Fred, what time you gotta be at work?
I have to be up by 5.
Yeah, why don't you go to bed?
He's dead.
You sure?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
See you later.
All right. See you guys. Good
Get
night,
some
guys.
sleep,
Fred.
buddy.
See you,
Nice
Fred.
dream.
Good night.
This guy knew he was gonna be on.
What?
I said, don't worry about it, and then I shit on him.
I saw him getting tired.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like,
he's got to be at work, so let him
Yeah.
go. So he's not doing anything crazy, so don't worry about it. What were you saying?
Yeah. I was just talking about the ESRB ratings. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Capcom always does this. So
Anthony, even though you're telling me what's happening, I'm still going to ask you 500,000 times.
well, the key is making the video so people don't constantly ask me because then I got to keep repeating it. So,
But they
it's
are
like-
going to keep constantly. That's the problem. I mean, I don't understand
know.
why people can't get it through their head. It goes in
It's part of
one
it.
way and it stays in there.
That's true. And some people are new, so they don't like see the previous videos that I've talked about.
That's
So they're
true.
asking me.
Imagine if somebody comes in and they ask you, be like, hey man, watch the video, and they're like, but I'm fucking new, man. You better explain it to me now.
I need a personal explanation.
Unsubscribble.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll go through it briefly, but then it's like, that's it. I'm not going to keep repeating it. Yeah. Freddy Krueger's burning clothes in Fred's basement right now. Yeah, he is. Once he goes up
so
to
you're
sleep-
not gonna explain it to me? I am new here.
I am new.
Are we really doing this?
What
Is it
about
really-
Revelations?
Are we really doing this?
And I played it on the Wii U.
Hey, guess what, though? These new ports, guess what?
Guess what?
Which-
These nuts.
It's time to wake the fuck up. It's just fucking mental.
Mental Pony Boy, it's time to wake the fuck up. Mental 9R, caffeine entertainment. It's time to wake up.
That's awesome.
Never gets old. You could download a baby filter.
Ew.
Yeah, but it
That's
sounds like a
horrible.
little baby crying and screaming.
Oh.
Imagine
man.
Anthony getting in an argument with a baby.
So it sounds like the guy on the Twitter thing.
Yeah, it's we're really doing this.
I don't know, but I can download that. I won't install the software because I don't want to fuck anything up. I just plug this into Windows and it works.
Yeah.
You
you're good.
realize that? I didn't do
That's
anything.
good. That's cool.
So it was like download the software. I'm like, no, it works. I'm leaving it alone. But if I download the software, I could download more stuff on here. Maybe I'll install it on another computer, download the shit on here, and take it off the computer. I don't know. Anyway, what are you saying?
Just the last bit on the ESRB listings. I think that if these are getting updated ports for the 5 and the series, guess what? Switch 2 will also get these.
I think so.
I think that's a good thing for anybody that like, I know RE4 and 5 and 6 and Origins Collection is on the Switch now, but imagine playing Origins Collection in 60 frames on the Switch 2. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and maybe they'll unlock the frame rate on the newer consoles for those. Because those games can run at 60, but they just don't have the option because they took it out. They literally took the option out of the PlayStation Xbox One version. But it can run at 60 on those consoles because if you jailbreak your PlayStation 4, which I've shown on here, you can run that game at 60 FPS no problem on the PlayStation 4. I beat the whole game. There is nothing wrong with it. I think Capcom just missed the boat on that, and hopefully they've fixed that. They fixed that problem because that's a problem.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, why is that? They just didn't care about it. They should have just fixed it.
Well, because they know people on console are dumb and they're not going to know the difference between 30 and 60. But there is a massive difference. So,
God bless the people that do that stuff for those PS4 games, because somebody took I used to love those Yokai Watch games, but they stopped coming out here. Somebody took the PS4 one and translated it completely so I could play it now. It's like
nice.
These people
cool.
are so good at this stuff. It's awesome. I love when they do.
Very
That's
good.
what I was gonna say. Like even though I know what Perry was saying is accurate. Like we shouldn't have to do the mod stuff for like RE4, but the fact that we had a team that got so pissed off at that release that they did something about it, that's pretty cool. At least there's an option.
I'm glad people are doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. I think that's all I have. I mean, we're going to talk about the developer, or we're going to cover the developer direct. We'll probably be live around 12:30.
12:30 tomorrow, right here. We will be live
Eastern Standard Time
with the Xbox Developer Direct. I got to make I still have the one from last year.
Honestly, it's the same logo. They haven't changed it, so
yeah, they just put an orange 25 on it. I'll get that picture for the thumbnail, but I'm just gonna drop in the old one. I don't care.
Now, question for you guys, and I know Perry's been saying this, but do you think tomorrow at the end of that Doom trailer we're gonna see also on Nintendo Switch?
Yes.
I think so.
And Indiana Jones PS5 release date and possibly Switch tomorrow.
Okay. What do you mean, man? Indiana Jones is coming out till at least August on the PlayStation because Xbox had it on Game Pass first, and Xbox and everything's an Xbox.
Watch, it's coming out in March.
It doesn't matter, Frank. They're still going to make 30% on it. So Sony's still losing.
Yeah, they didn't pay any money to make it, and they get a free 30%.
Still losing.
Me. That's like if somebody was like, yeah, you know what?
Yeah, I know. It's the whole sticks and stones can't break my bones bullshit. It's so stupid.
What if Toyota called you and was like, oh, you could have 30% of all of our cars if you let us sell them on your lawn. You don't have to do anything or pay any money. Okay, sure. Why not? It's so stupid. But in the leaks for the Switch, there's a bunch of Bethesda SKUs.
Let's create an echo chamber. Jeff M, what's up, man? I forgot I saw you in the room before. I forgot to say hello.
I heard crazy stuff like Starfield is coming to Switch and Doom. I think it's going to be Doom and Indiana Jones. I don't think Starfield's going to come. But you never know.
You never know.
I hope tomorrow they start announcing Halo.
It's got to be Indiana Jones because we heard the springtime, and spring is between, March and May because June is summer.
Well, Doom the release date got leaked for May 15th.
So you think Indiana Jones is March?
Yeah.
April?
I'd say April the latest.
June? If it's June, it's 6-7 months, right? At that point?
Yeah, because it came out in December.
like half a year basically.
January, February, March, April, May,
But-
June.
So maybe Indiana Jones could be March. You never know.
Yeah.
What
And,
if it's
you know,
February, man? Holy shit, people will get mad.
I think
that would be
Hellblade
nuts.
is
It's a
gonna
great
drop
game.
soon,
Everyone
too.
should play it. It's like we're gonna hear all this bullshit again.
My dad's gonna want to play that like immediately. Still enjoy that, you know.
Didn't you know,
He's been
Anthony?
on his Madden
Xbox,
kick.
PlayStation's dead. They canceled their live service game. Just get your dad an Xbox.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be so messed up.
Say,
That's so
Dad,
crazy.
the war's
They're not,
over.
they're not
You
gonna
gotta
do
get an
this.
Xbox and Game Pass now. Become one of us. Because we still don't have Wukong or Final Fantasy. Well, we might have Final Fantasy tomorrow, but we.
Just saying.
They are 100% not going to do this, but you know, it'd be really messed up. What if they put Indiana Jones out and they put it in the Games with Plus the month it comes out?
Oh, that'd be so fucking funny.
I don't think that's
oh my
happening.
god,
but-
people would be so mad. It'd be
Yeah,
so
but they
funny.
won't do that because they want to make money. That's the whole point of them putting it on PlayStation is to make money.
Yeah, they're not going to do that, but it'd just be funny if they did it.
Missed the last part you said. What are you guys streaming? We'll be streaming it tomorrow at what, 12:30?
12:30 Eastern Standard. It starts 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I'll
Yeah,
be in
so
the
we'll be
chat.
live at 12:30 in the morning, afternoon, whatever you want to call it. Afternoon.
12:30 in the morning.
12:30
Oh, we're
p.m.
already-
Eastern over here on this channel.
Not Anthony's fucking channel because we're not talking Resident Evil. We're talking Xbox.
Now, here's the thing.
I don't think Ari's going to show up tomorrow.
If they do
anybody's
show
wondering.
Resident Evil, we're going to have to end it and go on his channel and then talk about it.
in that rare sliver of a chance, we would just balance it out and just figure it out.
No,
Like,
we'll just go on your channel. We'll end it. We'll wait till it's over and then we'll jump on your channel and talk about it.
yeah, if it's now, it would really surprise me because Capcom usually plays nice with Sony typically, but stranger things have happened, right? So
They're playing nice with Xbox now.
hey, the recent rumors,
Dude, they don't
from,
even want to put Marvel vs. Capcom on there. What makes you think it's Resident Evil, everybody? Come
They're
on.
not gonna do it.
Yeah, I think just people are so desperate for RE news, like official RE news, not this rumors of RE0 being a Switch 2 exclusive, which I don't think is the case. That's what people are starting to say now.
What if it is Marvel vs. Capcom?
I mean, the last one wasn't good at all, so they'd have to really.
No. I mean, what if it's just the port of the Marvel vs.
Oh,
Capcom
like-
arcade fighting collection?
I mean, that would just be such a cop out because it's like that's great.
That
but
would
why
be
you put
typical
that-
Xbox. You know that, right?
Yeah, like you didn't have to put that in a developer direct. Put something else in there unless they really were desperate for something new.
Right.
That's just lame, man. So yeah, that's
Do you think they're gonna show the games that are going to
That's
PlayStation
whack, man.
with Xbox Direct?
Huh?
Do you think they're
Huh?
gonna show like that the games are going to PlayStation even though it's a Xbox?
I
version?
don't know, man. You know, every time we say this shit, they do and they don't. So
it's hard to tell. Yeah, it's really hard to
Like,
tell. I mean,
I can't see showing a trailer for Halo on PS5 at like this Direct.
no, I don't think so. I think they'll show Doom. They'll show.
I think they're just going to show you the games that they're going to show you, plus that mystery game, that Japanese game.
that's
Right.
the only.
And all
thing we
these
don't
fucking
know
guys
what
are
it
like, oh,
is.
there's going to be another mystery game. And if there is, fine. But I mean, what can we do at this point? Every game
It's
ever
gonna be-
made is going to be announced tomorrow. That's pretty much
Nah,
what these guys always say and talk about.
It's gonna be all stuff that we know already, and it's gonna be nothing.
They're
It's gonna be
kicking
South
off.
of Midnight, Doom, all that kind
Ah.
of Avowed. That's what you're gonna see tomorrow.
Yeah, they're kicking off the year with this, so you want it to be good. But
I hope.
I hope so. Like we don't want to. Sorry, we don't want to sit here and like have like a shitty event. We want to obviously see them do good. It's just the predictable nature of it. Like you said,
They
everything's
want to
always
see them
coming
do
out.
good,
and-
but it's Xbox. Xbox doesn't want to see themselves do good. Oh, your family. Yeah, fuck you. You don't know me.
You know me.
You think you
Rules,
know
rules.
me.
You think you know me?
How did you
Rules,
like
rules.
Eddie Murphy, Phil Spencer, and what's his name, Richard Simmons working out?
Oh yeah.
That was funny. The thing is so good.
I
That's definitely,
typed
like, the
in
best
Sherman
one.
Klump, and the AI Grok doesn't know who the fuck Sherman Klump is. So I just typed in Eddie Murphy, and then it gave me Eddie Murphy. Let me see if I can find that thing.
Come on, are we really doing this?
Really doing it.
Come on, we're really doing this.
The guy sounded like Meatwad.
You will listen to me. You call me out all the time, and I respond to you. You don't answer my emails.
Are we really doing this, man?
Yeah, we're really doing this. We're really fucking doing this right here, right now, motherfucker. Because you are the one that...
Are we really doing this, guy?
You know what? Fuck.
Oh, look, he was taken out of the Discord. Oh, isn't that funny? What a maniac. Why'd he bite me?
Why?
What a
Maniac.
What a maniac. Why'd he bite me?
Oh man, I don't want to fight with you. We're not really doing this, are we?
Okay, that would be a funny ass fight if he just saw that guy on the street and like went right up to him. We're not really doing this, are we? And then the guy, he punched him in the face. Oh my god, we're really doing this.
Well, that guy would punch him
Help!
first and then be all surprised that he got punched back.
Yeah.
Like, it's so stupid.
He would hit first, pull out his cell phone, and be like, "Please don't hit me."
Yeah. I didn't even hit you that hard. Come on.
I still have that video of that guy who got the Xbox One early.
Oh yeah.
Where is this developer direct thing? I have it somewhere on here. I'm looking, buddy.
I'm still looking forward to Avowed. I'm gonna have to play it on PC, but I'm looking forward to it, so we'll see.
You know what's funny?
What?
None of these Xbox guys are looking forward to it.
Yeah, they don't
It's
care.
one of these things where they touted the game for so long and no one's talking about it anymore.
Yep. That always
I was
happens.
like, oh yeah, it's just coming out.
The games take so long to come out.
Because
And then I heard
the word got out that it's not going to be that good. So all these guys like stop like teasing it and everything.
Mhm. I heard the other day that it was delayed, and then everyone said it's not delayed. I'm like, I don't even know. I
It
don't
wasn't
care.
delayed.
If it comes out, it comes out. At this point,
It can't afford to be delayed again.
no, that would just kill it completely.
Oh
I mean,
wow.
if
What?
I didn't have Game Pass, I don't know if I would check it out. But since I have Game Pass, I might as well play it.
I think I have the direct from. They've been doing this shit since 2023. Wow, I could just change the background on this thing.
There you go.
I have the original picture from 2023. I have it saved like the whole.
Oh, nice. Was 23 the last one? There wasn't
No,
one
there
last
was
year?
one last year.
Oh, okay.
You know what's funny? I just realized.
What
That
was
ga-
on
that
that
hap-
one?
Oh, last year.
Uh,
Not Starfield.
Oxide,
was
Obsidian,
the Starfield DLC on one of them?
Oh, Shattered Space.
whatever. What were you saying before that?
I just realized before that Towerborn game never came out. It was supposed to come out on 24. It came out on Steam. It just didn't come out on Xbox.
Right, wasn't it supposed to come out first on Steam?
Yeah, but I thought it was supposed to hit Xbox in 24. But now we're in 25.
Wow.
So that still didn't happen.
That's another game nobody talked about.
'Cause
You said
they-
it missed its release and nobody even talked about it. Look at that.
the wind was out of the sales when Steam got it first, and you had to pay for it. Even though
Yeah, nobody
Xbox has a
touts that
PC
anymore,
app.
huh?
What?
I found the background.
Everyone's touting that South of Midnight game too. It's like, all right,
I guarantee that game's gonna fucking flop.
they just
I'll
leech
play
on
it,
the
but
stuff.
whatever. We'll see.
Yeah, I know.
All these fucking games, everyone touts these games. They come out and they run like shit, and then it's always somebody else's fault.
I just still can't believe Avowed is 30.
You
Like, it
sure
just-
about that, Fatso?
I'm telling you, I looked it up the other day because somebody said no. I think
I
Noof
know,
was
I'm
like they
just kidding.
changed it. Look, avowed frame rate. I'm gonna look right here. Baseline of 30 frames per second. They confirmed. This was from the other day.
Well, Anthony likes playing games in 30.
Well, why can't they get? They said at least.
No, I don't.
30
What the
frames.
fuck?
He loves his 30 FPS.
No,
Okay,
I
so
don't.
They said at least 30 frames. So what does that mean? Maybe we'll get 60?
Because they want to keep it in your mind that they're still going to make it 60 when they're just fucking not.
Well, and I'm not going to wait for a patch in like 6 months. Like, that's just not happening.
I know.
I'm done.
That's the way these guys work.
You don't necessarily need 60 FPS for a first-person single-player game. Get lost.
Iceman just sent me a message on Twitter. Can I not like
yeah.
this? I'm hearting it. It's not showing anything. Okay. He said, "See, you made me buy it. Looks fun." He did Best Buy in-store pickup.
Oh, the game's great, man.
Shout out
You're
to
gonna
the
love it.
Iceman. You're gonna love the game. I
And then
guarantee it.
It'll be backwards compatible on your new Switch if you get the Switch too.
I guarantee it. Unlike the Men's Warehouse guy. You're gonna need a suit. You're gonna need this. You're gonna. This request might look to be automated to protect all the users from spam, malicious activity. Okay, thanks. I can't even run. I can't even like. Now I can't favorite things. What's the point?
Something's wrong with the website right now because I have problems with it too.
Okay, it better be a problem with the website and not like the problem.
Yeah, because I've been having issues with it all night.
Anthony said 60 FPS are for ponies. Everyone here rocks. Good night. Batman, good night, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. So I have the overlay for this. I could drop it in right now, actually. Fit
Well, I
screen.
guess no soon.
There
That's
we
a good
go.
idea. I also heard there's gonna be a shadow drop. Yeah, okay.
There might.
Shadow drop.
There might, but at this point, who cares?
Well, and what are they gonna shadow drop? Like,
We are ready for tomorrow, sir. Here's the overlay.
Cool.
You might actually be able to hear my screen. Here, can you hear this? Probably not, right?
No.
Okay. Oh, maybe I have it muted? I don't even know. I don't know. Figure it out. If not, no worries. Well, we got to figure that out at some point. Oops. Where is this? Direct. Developer direct. Okay, there you go.
the direct.
Are there any questions in the chat? So there was nothing else this week besides all that?
Just that. I mean, the Switch was the biggest thing, honestly.
I'm looking forward to it. I think that's going to save 2025 is the Switch. We don't know what's going on with PlayStation yet. We really don't know what's up with Xbox. Well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow. We'll find out a little bit of what they're doing this year, not everything. And I think Nintendo's going to have a hell of a year.
I cannot wait. I've been waiting for them to like get ahead for so long. Not sales wise, but I mean like be the thing that everyone's excited about.
They're jumping
again.
into current gen. I mean, I'd say next gen, but it's technically the current gen.
Yeah.
They're always behind a little bit, so
If
here they go.
just hit that Steam Deck like Lenovo Legion type territory, they'll be good to go. Like that's it. They just gotta hit that mark.
They got the software for it. I don't know about the hardware. We have to wait and see what's going on. Those specs that were leaked out, we don't know if those are real or not.
Yeah, we don't.
We
Well-
still don't even know about the internals. It's got to have an NVMe if it's running Call of Duty or something. Like, there's no way. There has
Right,
to
I
be
would
something.
think it would, but let's see. I mean, if this guy also leaked out Express, micro SD Express,
Well,
we-
it could be like like the handhelds that have that, where you could like the Steam Deck, you could use an SD card, but also has an NVMe. I hope,
Oh, let's hope, man. I don't know.
because I don't see how these games could run. Like, it has to have like it can't have like 32 gigs in it. It has to have like 256 at least.
It should fucking have a terabyte. God damn it!
It definitely won't have a terabyte.
I know that, but it should because the consoles do.
You'll be so lucky to get 512. I'm thinking it's gonna have 256.
They should put an NVMe in there. That's 1 terabyte. That's from like a crappy company, and just end it.
Or let us change it out. Like put a big.
They ain't gonna do that.
No way.
They got
It'd be
partnerships
nice,
with those SD cards. That's
I
the
mean, hey,
problem.
If it has 256 and you could put like a terabyte SD card, that's not too bad.
Yeah, imagine if they have it in there, you could do it, and you won't get in trouble for it.
It would be nice.
That would be cool because that would be like the best kept secret.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, there's got to be
The
something. in
Xbox
there.
One, you can upgrade any of them to 2 terabytes, no problem. If you know what you're doing.
Yeah. And now they added support for 16 terabytes externally on Xbox.
Yeah, we talked about that because they want to. Obviously, everything's going to be all digital. They want to get you prepared.
Yeah.
Again, Best Buy never got them back in new. They did get them back in refurbished, Geek Squad refurbished for $3.99 on their website. I don't know if those sold out yet, but I know Target from about 30 miles from here, 2 of the stores got them, and it says they're available for pickup. Last night, Target only had them available for shipping, brand new, but shipping to homes, not for store pickup. There's only those 2 stores that have them that I checked earlier tonight, but nobody else has them. Best Buy still does not have them. What?
I think they only have 1 in each store of those 2 stores.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm trying to look.
Well, you're going to have to go there tomorrow and
Actually,
check.
wait. It's not even coming up on their website anymore.
Maybe
Let
somebody
me see.
bought them.
Well, like at all. Not even saying sold out. Let me see. You have to type in carbon.
They were in stock for pickup at 2 of those stores today. When I sent you that photo, it's possible they sold out because somebody was waiting on them.
I can't even see it on the website like at all.
Okay, so they're out again.
It's got to be here somewhere. Let me put it into here.
It was Mount Kisco, and I forgot what the other one was.
Spring Valley or something.
Yeah.
Target. Let me see. So there's the controller. Oh, here it is on their website. Okay, let me click on this and see. Okay, they have. It's not available for shipping. There's 2 left at Mount Kisco. And there's 1 left at Spring Valley.
Okay, so they got a shipment of very little of them in those 2 stores. That's the only ones locally, which are 30 miles away.
Oh, Mount Vernon has some too.
Oh, Mount Vernon. Okay, so that's Westchester. So that's about an hour from here.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Nobody else has any.
All right, so so little by little they're coming back, I guess. But let's see. We have to still wait and see if they fill out anywhere else.
I don't think that means they're back because they're only getting like 1.
Well, no, because they're not discontinued. That means they're still getting them.
Right.
But it depends. Are they getting 2 per store? Are they getting 1 per store instead of getting several? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we'll find out in the upcoming weeks. I know somebody got one somewhere else, so I will save that for next week. But yeah, I mean, these things seem to be scarce. And again, you can buy these on Xbox's website. I think they still have them available brand new because they did all week. So if you want one with the disk drive, I would say just buy it now and just hang on to it because this was a situation where we didn't think it was going to come back in. And it might not, like fully. So definitely, if you want an Xbox Series X with the disk drive, buy them now.
Get them now.
The president of Insomniac retired. Yeah, he probably had enough shit.
He worked there for like ever.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's because PlayStation's dead, Frank. So he threw in the towel and he said that was it.
Oh, okay.
He just didn't have any plans to retire.
He has
Throw
to
in the
work there
towel.
forever.
or spend time with his family. All right, we're going to go. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank all of our members, all of our Patreon supporters, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate RWK88 for the $1.99 super chat. Everybody, take care. Oh, I didn't tell the story about the phone real quick. Did I?
You told me earlier. I don't think you told it on the air.
Really quick. I got the phone. The Galaxy Ultra S25 Ultra, okay? I ordered the phone and it says you got $80 promotional credit. I was like, okay, no problem. So I add these earbuds, these Galaxy earbuds. I have them here from years ago when I got them. But I was like, whatever. You can only use this credit in their store. So it's like, whatever. I'll use the 80. I got the earbuds. They were 100, so I had to pay 20. And these are the basic earbuds. But they got my address wrong when they did the AI, did the autofill. They got the city and it got the city wrong. So I did the chat thing and I asked the guy, I was like, can you guys just edit my address? He goes, no, you got to cancel the whole order. I'm like, come on, guy. Like, when I order an iPhone, it doesn't take this long, right? Oh, I'm so sorry. So he goes, click this link and reorder it. I reordered it. I don't know if it's because the keynote had ended, because I did this while the keynote was going on. I got tipped off from Walmart out of all the places, even though I signed up for the Samsung thing, the pre-order thing, like 2 weeks ago. Anyway, the guy goes, click this link and rebuy it. I go to rebuy it. It gives me $130 credit instead of 80. So I added the Galaxy Pro 3 earbuds, which go for a lot of money, but they were on sale for $130, and I got them for free. So I got a better deal.
I think you're right that when it ended, the things changed. Because, like I said, I only saw like $100 credit, and then when I just looked before, it was like what, 300 or something. It like went all the way up. So
yeah, well, whatever it is, I gotta give her my phone. She's gotta fix the screen on this one. They gotta fix it today. So not really getting a good deal, but gotta get this phone fixed so I could trade it in.
I mean, for how much we use the phones and how long we keep them. Like,
Yeah, I've had this phone since 2021, 2022.
Yeah.
Whenever this phone came out, that's when I got it. Because I got it didn't I get it for my birthday or something one year?
I thought you did. I think I remember that.
Yeah, I got it on my birthday or something.
That one, like right after I got mine, like a little while later, I think. So I don't remember, but
yeah, whatever. So that one, that's done. Whatever. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get the phone. It's coming here February 7th. That's the day it's supposed to be here. It could come before that. I don't know. Who knows? But got a new phone. Going to get the new Switch. And that's pretty much it for the rest of the year. Unless one of these stupid companies announces another machine or something. And Anthony, the 5070 is coming out in the next week or two. What are you doing? You buying that card now? You have to buy that card. You can't go 4070 because they don't sell it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, if it's going to be the same price, $599, I might.
It's going to be $549, buddy. You just got to find that card.
I just got to locate a place that will have it in stock immediately.
Are you ready to pick it up the day it comes out, or do you have to wait?
I mean, if it's a week or two, I'll see what I can make happen. You know, I do have money set aside for it. As far as like, you know, like I'm
if
getting.
You don't, I'll be honest, if you don't buy it now, you're probably not going to find it for months.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, hopefully I'll know when it drops, though. Instead of it just being spontaneous, it will get me a little bit more prepared.
Talk to Kyle. Does he still do this stuff?
He's still into it. He doesn't like work at a Best Buy or anything, but he's still into it.
What I'm saying is, if you have people at Best Buy, that's good. If you don't, Micro Center. Just get the money and be on standby, because if he doesn't like go to Micro Center or whatever, or you can't go, I'll go down there and I'll see what I could do.
Yeah, we'll see
or you order it at mine and I'll go pick it up for you.
Yeah. I mean, just gotta be ready. You know, you gotta stay ready for this. So
Talk to your friends at Best Buy. See what they tell you. Let me see when this is supposed to come out.
It said February.
5070.
which February is already about a week and some change away, so that checks out.
Hit the market. It's expected to hit the market on February 20th.
Oh, just before my birthday.
That's a
Look at that.
5070 Ti that's hitting on February 20th.
It's 2 days before my birthday.
Well, how much is the Ti? Is that $599?
No, that one's gonna be like $800, I think. Let me see.
5070?
Yeah.
We built your computer 2 years ago yesterday, remember?
Yeah.
I posted the pictures.
It says the 5070 Ti price is $749.
Yeah, he's good with the 5070 then.
Yeah.
When's the 5070 regular? Okay, they're all saying the 5070 Ti and 5070 will be available starting in February. Okay. 5070 will be $549. All right, that's going to be the card then for now.
So February 20th, if that is the case, then that gives me some time to prepare. If it's just before then, that's fine too. I mean, I'll just look at February as like...
And that's it. You don't need any other parts? You ready to go after that or what?
The only thing I probably need to get is like an external hard drive as well, but like I can worry about that whenever.
External?
Like a bigger external for like storage and stuff. That's not really like an internal part, but you get what I'm saying.
You can make
that's
an
just
internal part.
Yeah, that's just an extra thing, you
That's
know.
what we did to mine. We made it internal.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
I would say any Western Digital. They are expensive right now, but I mean, again, it depends on how big and what you want to do. I would just get the computer built and then figure out if those,
like how much storage I'm using, kind of thing.
how much
like,
storage you think you're going to need, and just buy the one that you need, and that's it. Like you'll have it, it'll be in there, and that's it.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm definitely excited, and I want to live stream it for you guys and go over there and,
Maybe on his channel, just so you guys know.
yeah,
we'll link you guys up.
Yeah, we'll let you guys know when it's happening too. It won't just be like it won't be as like spontaneous. It'll be more like, we'll let you guys know and take it from there. Oh.
Everybody in the chat, we're about to leave, but I got to say one thing. Wake up!
Developer Direct in the afternoon.
Yeah! PlayStation's dead! Yeah! Xbox isn't really dead, but it is.
What?
Folks. All right, we're out of here. We'll see you guys at 12:30 p.m. Eastern in a few hours for the Xbox Developer Direct. Everyone, take care. Stay safe. Have a good one.
Have a good night.
Peace
out.
These guys left me alone. So you know what that means? Wake up! Oh my God, wake up! We gotta wake up. We really gotta wake up.